Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
Okay, cool. So we had a bit of a different intro today. Welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me well. I hope you can hear the sound. Like I said, this is an improvised stream. I'm actually on my hotel room, so I don't really know if everything is working, if it's smooth. I've tried my best to test everything yesterday. Maybe tell me if you can hear me, because that would be nice if I know if you actually can hear me or not. Because, can you hear me? Are you still here? For some reason my so you guys just let me know if you can hear me or not, because obviously I've never done a stream from the hotel room. So I'm in Denmark today. I unfortunately I should have had the alerts there, but for some reason the alerts are not popping up, so it's already starting badly. The alerts should have popped up from the new subscribers, and then they didn't show up. But let me just restart Streamlabs here and see if it works. Because Kaiser7 just resubscribed, and I want to see if his alert shows up. You see, his alert is not showing up, so this is not good. This is not good, guys. It's already starting badly. The alerts are not here. I don't know why. I have no idea why they're not showing up, but they're not. Why is that? Why is everything so hard? Why isn't things easy? You know, I wish everything was easy. Nothing is easy in life, I guess. But you can see the chat at least. That's a start. But I can't see the alerts. That's okay. That's okay. We'll live. We'll live without the alerts. Oh, there you go. More to the left and more to the right. Good. I managed to fix it. So, as you can see, I'm on a bedroom here on an hotel in Denmark. Today is what should have been the stream on Monday. And as you know, whenever we do a stream on Monday, we play some games and I answer some questions. So that's the whole objective today. If you guys have any questions, just shoot them our way. And today we have Loctulin doing the moderation. So thank you so much, Loctulin, for the moderation. And she will type your question. Don't worry if I don't answer your question right away. Don't worry, the question will be answered. You know, I will answer every question like I always do. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what the hell is this thing in front of me? Well, the reason why I have that here is because I can't really play the game in the screen. So I have the television from the hotel room. I wish I could show you this. I have the hotel television, which is my main screen. Then I have this little screen here, which is to play my Nintendo Switch, because obviously I couldn't really bring my PlayStation 4 with me because it was too big. So today I decided to just play some Switch instead. Anyway, you guys already know the drill. I've tried my best. You know, I'm I'm traveling. I'm actually teaching at the animation workshop in Denmark. It's a lovely school. I come here every year to teach, and I'm really happy that I managed to get the stream to go. I'm probably going to stream tomorrow as well, and I'm of course going to stream on Thursday. On Thursday, it's going to be the workshop streaming as usual. But let's start off with, like we always do, talk about everyone that subscribed lately and everything like that. I also am missing, I just noticed that I'm missing the subs. For some reason, that's also not working. So I'm going to just like refresh that, see if it shows up. There we go. Now it's showing up as well. So let me start by thanking Kaiser7 for the subscription. Kaiser7 is 7 months subscribed now. Thank you so much for that, Kaiser. Kaiser left a message here saying, still here. Hey, Hugo's. Happy Hugo. So Sajels also is a subscriber for 4 months in a row. In total, he's subscribed for 5 months. So thank you so much for that, Sajels. I also would like to thank Fagan Fagin Wilcox for the subscription on YouTube. I'd like to thank Gear in Motion for the subscription on YouTube. Would like to thank Manny for the follow on Twitch. Share has 2951 for the follow on Twitch. Tommy Gunn 3993 for the follow. Kling Fado for the follow. That is a nice name. Also, I'd like to thank Junior Davis 0131 for the follow, Doppel733 for the follow, Atomic Blackfish for the follow, Fruit Salad for the follow. Fruit Salad, what the hell? Fruit Salad. Razkey HS for the follow, One Klim for the follow. A lot of follows today. Shen Dogs for the subscription on YouTube. Chris Janice Plenko for the subscription on YouTube. Mol Nander for the subscription on YouTube. Anatoly Krevobokov for the subscription on YouTube. Akin Tampliel for the subscription on YouTube, Vlad Zabotovsky for the subscription on YouTube, and that is it. So we had a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. Thank you so much for all of that. Much appreciate all those things. A little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the left. I think the alerts are not sound. You don't hear the sound of the alerts. And I think it's because I made a mistake here, of course. Like I said, I am kind of still trying to get this to work, so you need to just bear with me because it will work someday. So Sajal says, I can understand carrying the PS4 would be madness to the size, but thinking about Control, that poor game has got not much love. I know, but I couldn't really bring the PlayStation because I'm here in business. You know, I brought my Mac Pro with me. I'm teaching. I also brought my Blackmagic 6K. I'm testing it on the city. I actually have it here. I can show you. So this is the Blackmagic 6K, which is, of course, with a huge lens here, a Canon lens. So I've been testing it quite a lot. Very happy with the camera so far. I'm going to do a review on YouTube very soon. Oh, thank you so much, XMeld, for the follow. Like I said, you guys can't hear the... for some reason, you can't hear the pop-ups, but it's I don't know really why. Oh, I think I know why, actually. Let me just exactly why you can't hear the sound, because it's my fault. It's always my fault. It's always my fault. Let me just do here this desktop sound. And then I just need to put this here. And now you should hear it now. Okay, cool. So now you will be hearing... Let me just try it real quick. Fantastic game. I've been really enjoying it, so it's fine. SS Ham here says, I just got your t-shirt yesterday. Oh, thank you so much for that. Do you like the t-shirt? SS Haim, do you like the t-shirt? Is it working for you? I hope it does. I hope you enjoy the t-shirt. But yeah. Anyway, first question of the day here is from GR Davis 0131. So GR Davis 0131 asks, I'm trying to get back into compositing. I had to take a break for family reasons. I'm able to freelance remote, but I have little experience, so I'm trying to find the best place to start. Well, it depends really, like what location are you in? Oh, I'm so glad you're happy about the t-shirt. Thank you so much for buying the t-shirt. I promise I have more t-shirts coming. Don't worry, I do have more t-shirts coming. Don't forget as well, if you have a showreel that you want to review, just send it to the chat. you already know that the day that we play some games, which usually is Mondays, I know today is Tuesday, you can send the showreel, I can review the showreel, and we can kind of can give you my honest opinion about your showreel. So if any of you have a showreel that would like to have some kind of feedback on, just please share the showreel here, okay? So today, don't forget, I see a couple of new faces here. Don't forget, today we're actually not going to do any composting or workshops. Today is the day where I play some games and answer questions from the audience. And of course, I review showreels for the next few hours if you guys want any help. If you want to see a nuke composting workshop, come back Thursday. I'm also doing a special stream tomorrow. I haven't decided what I'm going to do tomorrow, though. I don't know. I'm still deciding. But yeah, come back on Thursday. We'll definitely have a composting workshop. So going back to JR Davis 0131 question, if you're trying to get back to composting, it's a bit hard for me to answer you because where are you? Like, in which location? Are you living in London? Do you live in Paris? Do you live in Germany? Where do you live? Because it's a bit tricky to answer without knowing where you are. Oh, hi, CTPOH. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a while. But yeah, let me know where you are, and then I can maybe answer your question. And then another question here I have from Sajel says, by the way, did you get the chance to see the Austin Powers Dr. Evil song with Mini-Me? I did. It was very disturbing. Thank you so much for sharing that. It was incredibly disturbing. Anyway, let's go to gaming here. So, like I said, I couldn't really bring my PlayStation with me. It was going to be a bit tricky to have. So I brought the smallest thing that I could really with me. And I bought, basically, I brought my Switch. Oh, thank you so much. We have a new Patreon here. That's much appreciated. Thank you so much. I don't have the alert for him, though. Okay, that's weird. Joseph Davis, I think it's Joseph. Joseph Davis just pledged on Patreon. Thank you so much for being a Patreon. Much appreciated. So if you are a generalist, you're 3D. I have a 3D generalist reel. Will you review it? Of course I will. I can review any type of show reel. I'm a visual effects supervisor, so I can give you honest opinion about a showreel in 2D, honest opinion about a showreel in 3D, any type of showreel. You guys just send it over to my side, and I can review it. That's not a problem at all. Cool. Here's my showreel. You get some feedback. That's fine. We'll do the showreel just in a few minutes, okay? So if you guys just bear with me, let's just like boot up the game. I kind of feel like we have been neglecting games lately, so I don't want to not play the game. I hope you've... Oh, thank you so much for the pledge, GR Davis. Thank you so much. You pledged for the 12-bit pledge. I like that. I love the pledges. I kind of, this is kind of like someone suggested I should put the pledges on 8-bit, 12-bit, and 10-bit. I'm really happy that I did that now. Anyway, let's. So I brought my Switch, like I said, and the Switch, of course, I have a lot of games. And on my Switch, because it's mostly the thing I bring on my travel. So I think I'm going to start with Doom, because I love Doom 1, and I might play a little bit of Another World, and now this game is the game that I want to play. Deadly Premonition is one of my favorite PS3 games, and I've never finished Deadly Premonition, so I really want to give it a go and actually play it a bit more on the stream, so that we can kind of like, I think you guys haven't seen it. Deadly Premonition is basically pretty much like a Twin Peaks game. It's like a really weird game. But yeah, we'll go through the show reels in a second. I'm gonna just like boot up Doom because we have to. And you guys just let me know if it's too loud on the sound, okay? I can lower it, of course. Thank you so much, Alex, for the subscription. Of course, Doom is always nice. So I'm gonna do a new game because I'm playing with you. I'm actually gonna play an easy because I'm actually watching and reading. So It's one of my favorite games of all times, Doom, and I started playing it on the Mega Drive 32X of any place. So I don't know if how many of you played Doom, but Doom is just fucking awesome. And now they've just recently released it for all consoles finally. So is it very loud? Let me know. Way too loud? Okay. Is it still too loud, or is it better now? Does it? I got the SNES and the NES games on the Switch. Yes, I do. Is it very loud still? The music of the game. Let me know. I know I'm with a bit of a delay, so you guys probably it's better. Okay, I'm gonna lower it a little bit more. So let me know if that's good. So yeah. Like I said, Doom is one of my favorite games. I used to play it on the Mega Drive 32X of all places, because I didn't have a PC, so I had to play it on the 32X, and it was fucking awesome. And I love this game. So, and they've made a flawless port of it. So, game sounds okay. Okay, great. That's good. That's good. So, I haven't killed anyone. How is that even possible for me to not have killed anyone? I have to kill someone. I'll switch the game in a minute, but I just love this game. There you go. So, it's just unbelievable what they did with just a couple of megs, you know. The whole game is just sprite-based, which is unbelievable. It's just, like, ridiculous on how light the game is, you know. It's just unbelievable. Let's see here. Now, obviously, you guys are not watching the game at 60 frames per second. The game does play at 60, but unfortunately I can't play 60 on the go because I'm streaming from the hotel, you know, so I can't really do 60, otherwise it will just crash the stream. So do apologize for that you have to watch this game at 30 frames per second. But hey, I'm sure you're gonna live. Such a good game, and the music is also so good. It's like this meaty sound is just fucking awesome. There you go. Oh, he's dead. He's completely dead. Obviously, I didn't really went to any of the secrets. I'm just like flying through the level. But we'll go through it in a minute. Okay, well, cool. That's the first level done. Okay, so I have a couple of questions here. I have some showreels to watch as well. So let's see here. Joseph Fagel says, "Hi Hugo, I have." Oh yeah, you already said that. So you have the showreel here. I have 3 showreels to watch now. Sajals is asking, "Did you get the SNES and the NES games on the Switch?" I did. Yes. Sajals, and possible to play them double player. My wife loves some SNES titles. They are pretty cool, I can tell you that. So let's just go to the nuclear plant and then we swap games. Don't worry, I haven't neglected you. I'm gonna like do the showreel review in a minute. I just wanna like, there we go. He's made of blood now. But I actually completely forgot that this game is at 60, and it's gonna be a bit jerky when you guys watch it on the stream, which is a bit of a shame. It's really a shame that I can't play it at 60, but I can do that at my house. Like if I was at my house, we're currently doing a stream at 720 at 30, so unfortunately I can't really do much more. Look at this bass, man. This is fucking awesome. The sound of this game is just, the sound design is just unbelievable. Here we go. My favorite weapon is the shotgun by far. It's just like absolutely devastating everything. No one has anything against it. Let's see here we go. And he's dead. So I have the red card, so at least I can go through that door now. There's a new guy here. It's unbelievable how this game has lived up, you know. It's still such a good game. You should really play it. They have it's a portable house. Yes. Did you saw the photo I posted on Facebook? I posted a really cool photo. I mean, I need to show you guys. You guys are gonna like this. Let's see here. So I just need to go to workshop here. Now, sorry about the dual thing here, but I only have one monitor, so I can't really... So if I go to Facebook here, you guys need to see this. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. So let's see here. So yeah, here you go. That's, I've just posted it here. Wait a minute. So this is the photo of my setup. And as you can see, it's a bit ridiculous. So that's my setup. So basically, as I said, I have like I have a television from the hotel where I'm basically having my OBS and everything. Then I have my Blackmagic monitor here so I can play the games. The Switch is just down there. That's my Mac Pro, which is streaming. Then I have my sound card here with my microphone. And then what's missing on this photo is my laptop, because I have my laptop on the front there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. As you can see, I have my Switch playing to this little monitor there. I have my Wacom tablet because, of course, I'm going to do workshops on Thursday. So, and this is Viborg. Viborg is a really nice place. So I'm basically on a city called Viborg in Denmark. It's pretty cool. So Manny is saying, hi Hugo, I'm a 3D student and sadly I don't have my reel ready. I got one frame. It would be nice if you could have your opinion. Of course I can do that. It's not a problem at all. So let's do that real quick here. So let's just go through for the first show reels here. So obviously I have to go to the chat. I do apologize that you can see the chat on my stream, but I don't really have any other way of doing this. So I'm gonna go into my moderator chat. Like I said, I don't have two monitors, so you're gonna have to I apologize in advance about this weird setup. I only have one monitor because usually hotel rooms don't have two TVs. I wish they had, but they don't. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first show reel I got here, which was from N0D4E or 4L. I guess it's Nod 4L. I guess that would be the name. So let's go for your show reel here. Now, keep in mind that like I always do, I'm not going to put audio on your show reel, okay? The reason I'm not going to put audio on your show reel is because I don't want to be flagged on Twitch or on YouTube, okay? So I'm just going to like do that. I'm going to put full screen. So Geraud Mottais, Geraud, I know that Geraud Mottais. I guess you're French, probably with that name. You must be French. I'm going to just put this to full HD. And let's just play it and watch it first. It really reminds me of The Shining. Reminds me of The Shining for sure. A couple of problems on that shot there. A couple of problems on this one as well, but we'll go through them. Now keep in mind I can't see what I'm streaming, so if you guys see any problems, you need to let me know. Because I can't see the chat, I can't see the stream, I don't have two monitors, so like I said, I can't really preview very well on the hotel. I should really bring a portable monitor with me. I should have brought one though. Cool, you did a particle system there. That's cool. Very nice. But I again have some stuff to tell you and some stuff to talk about. Do you guys see the video fine? Do you see the show reel from Geraud? I hope you do. I have a 10-second delay on the stream, by the way, so whenever I'm asking you something, I only hear it 10 seconds later. The reason I have a delay is because I'm streaming on Wi-Fi, so I don't really want to lose track of I have to have a delay so that it encodes. So let me know on the chat if you can see the show reel and if you see it correctly. Hopefully you see it correctly. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start Geraud. Your show reel is okay. So you start really well. You have your name, your what you want to apply to, and you have your email. I would advise you to have your phone number as well. Especially companies in London love to call. I know it's like a very old school to call someone, but in Britain that's a main thing. People do phone calls all the time here, so you might want to put your phone here. So that's the first thing I would say. Now let's start with the first shot. So The first shot, I think you did a good job in keying, but you're French. Okay, Geraud. Okay. I am sorry that I'm mispronouncing your name. I really apologize for that. Anyway, I think your key is okay, but I see a lot of problems on your CG on the background. So you basically go through here. By the way, I might want to remove the lower overlay because you guys don't see everything that I'm seeing. So I'm gonna just like do that so you can actually see the text. So you see, this is your green screen. First of all, this screen is really strong. So next time you film something, don't light the green screen so much. This is really bright. It's almost fluorescent, but I think you did a good job anyway with the key and the roto. And so in here, the lighting interaction is also really nice. What I don't think is working is the CGI. So the CGI is quite poor. There's a couple of things that I would say. First of all, I think your depth of field looks a bit fake, and also the other thing that is looking a bit fake. And so I do apologize. I hope you don't get upset by my opinions, okay? I don't want to offend anyone when I'm doing these reviews. I'm just giving you an honest opinion as a VFX supervisor. Like I said, I don't know if you know, but I've been working for 20 years in the industry. I was the head of the nuke compositing department at the mill for 6 years. And so this is my bread and butter, you know. I would review shots all the time. I reviewed showreels. I would hire people. And not only I would review showreels, but I would also review shots from other people when I was running my department. And also I still do that. Like to this day, I have my own company, and that's my majority of my time is really to review stuff. But I think your CG lacks a lot of... It has a lot of problems. First of all, I think your sky is too visible for so much fog. I would really tone down the fog. You have too much fog. So you either have this much fog and then you put that much fog on the sky as well. What you can't have is the sky with not enough fog compared to the back. Because you see, if it's already this foggy just behind him, it would already be even 2 or 3 times more foggy on the top there. So that's one thing that is missing. I think the foreground looks okay, but your fog is just not working very well. And I think maybe you want to tone it down a bit, because the other problem also you have is the character, the person on the foreground has no fog. So for you to actually have this to work, you should actually build several layers of fog inside of Nuke, and so that you would have the character actually going through these layers of fog. Because at the moment it looks like he's on top of everything. It looks like he's actually not blended into the scene. You actually have to animate him and have him with a bit of lift, so his black point merges into the fog. So there's a black point issue with him. He needs to be more merged. I think the fog is a bit too extreme, and then the sky should actually be more foggy because it's actually part of the fog. The other thing as well is the sky looks a bit strange, and I think it's because maybe your matte painting or something doesn't look very nice. Like, I think there's very lack of detail on this matte painting. And to be honest, I think you've exaggerated a bit too much on the blur of that sky. So there's a couple of problems. This is a really nice shot, okay? But especially you did a really good work on the keying. You just have to massage this CG to make it look really well, really good. The other thing as well that I would suggest you to do is that I'm missing is that you never show me the key or the green screen, the actual key, the alpha channel. I think it would be nice if we could see the actual alpha channel just to judge if your alpha channel is really on point or not. I think that's really missing on your shot, on your breakdown. I mean, it would be nice to have that on the breakdown, just the alpha channel. So that's my opinion for that shot. Now, going to this shot here. So this shot here, we have the shot, we have the plate, then we have the lens distortion, the prep, the CG, and the CNG integration. Now, I think in terms of integration, you still have some work to do. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about the animation. I think the animation does look a bit strange, but let me just pause here when you have the final shot comped already, and sorry. So it's very hard for me to tell because obviously I can't really zoom in. This is a compressed version of the video. It's on Vimeo. I can't really tell, but I can already immediately see that your trees are super sharp. You see, I can actually see the individual leaves and everything. And then your monster somehow has a bit too much blur. It's almost like you haven't really matched the blur levels. So if you look at where the monster is standing, you see all this grass and all this stuff that goes on here. It should actually be your cue for the gray, for the blur, you know. So all the depth of field should actually be matching to that location. And I think your monster is a bit too blurred. Another thing that I think also would be beneficial for your shot is if you really look at the white point and the black point of the shot. So obviously the monster is on the shade, but you see what he has inside, which are these sparks of fire. They should be much more brighter. So you see, if you look at here, sorry, you can hear the thing, but if you look here, see the overexposure on the sky here. So this sky is really bright, and then you have sun hitting this area, but of course there's a shadow area. But then it's almost like the monster is a bit too bright for the place where he is, because you see all the sun is actually hitting the trees in little branches are being hit, but he doesn't really have any breakup. You need to have some kind of light breakup on him, because the light source would come in and would lit up maybe a little piece of the arm, maybe a little piece of the head, but then definitely the other parts would be a little bit darker because they would be on shadow. And then I think the particles and the fire inside of him should be much brighter because it's in shadow. So I think this shot needs a bit of work. This shirt looks fine, so it needs a little bit of work to really make it work really well. Now, here's the thing. On this shot, there's something strange going on here. There's like some kind of white outline on the actual tube of the bazooka. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but it looks to me like you didn't do either a perfect roto, or it looks to me like your muzzle flash is actually it's actually not being cut correctly by the light. You see there's like a little highlight on top of the bazooka. So you need to tweak that. That's actually not working really well. Now the rest looks fine. The balls look really nice. The motion blur looks nice. I think all of that is really working. And your roto is hard to judge because I don't see it against the gray. You did a particle system. That was nice. But I think you don't need to actually show the particle system inside of Nuke, because this is something that will not really work in a showreel. Like, your showreel should be a compositing showreel, so it's a bit strange to have the Nuke's interface with the 3D system. It's very hard for people to understand what's going on here, so I think you should just show the balls without showing the interface. There's no point of me seeing this interface. And I know it looks really smart and everything, but this is the kind of thing you're going to explain when you go to the interview. You don't need to do it right away. You don't need to put it in the showreel. I really hope you don't get upset by all this feedback. There's a lot of feedback, I understand. And again, then at the end, you finish without a phone number. You should really put a phone number. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that that review. Hope it wasn't too harsh. I think you have some work to do, but I think it looks terrific. So you did a good job. It definitely has a lot of potential. So I hope the feedback was good and it helped you in some way. Please let me know please let me know if you liked the feedback and if it works for you. And also let me know on the chat if the feedback made any sense for you, or if you have any other questions regarding the feedback, okay? Hope you've enjoyed that. Cool. No problem, no problem. It's my pleasure. That's why we do these streams. We do these streams so we can do this. So I'm gonna jump into the second showreel before we do the break. And what an eye! Well, Log to Lenny, you know the thing. What happens with me is that I have 20 years of experience, so I can tell you one thing, Log to Lenny. I have seen everything. I have seen everything. I can see everything. It's literally like that. You basically develop an eye for these kind of things when you work for so long, and that's why this happened, you know.
More to the right.
So thank you so much for the subscription, Ilaring, for the subscription. 5 months now. Thank you so much. 5 months subscription, man. Much appreciated for that. Much appreciated for the subscription. Okay, cool. So let's open up the next showreel before we move on to the break. As you guys know, we always do a break. So I have a showreel here. Let me just open up the chat here. I have a showreel here from Henrique Pacci. I'm assuming you're Italian, probably. So Henrique Pacci says, "Hi Hugo, here is my reel. I just made with my last work. Sadly, I was doing some shows that were not released yet, so I cannot put them in this version." So Enrique, the first thing I would tell you is that if you can't show them yet because the show is not released, don't forget at least to put it on your CV. And if the show is going to be released soon, you can always update your showreel soon. But it's important for you to write on the CV that you've done that show, because then they know that you've done it. And you can just say on the interview, "Oh, I'm just waiting for this work to come in," and then we can kind of talk about it and everything. One quick... are you Brazilian? Okay. Well, if you're Brazilian, I'm going to say hello to you. Olá Henrique, espero que esteja tudo bem contigo. I don't know if you know Henrique, mas eu sou português, por isso eu posso falar português contigo. Óbvio que eu não vou fazer a review em português, vou fazer a review em inglês. Espero que não te importes. So Henrique, the show itself by name, well, it depends. If the show has been released already, so imagine if it's season 2 or season 3, then you can say it, of course. You just need to look on the internet if this show has been announced. So if it's public domain, you know, if it's been announced somewhere, if someone knows about it, if it's actually public domain that this show exists, then of course you can say it. If it's not public domain, if it's still secret, or if it's still not available anywhere, then you might want to ask your clients if it's okay for you to post it on the CV. Maybe ask your clients first. It's always better to ask the clients, you know. Yes, cool. Well, TC80, if you need to improve your reel, you know, that you're in the perfect place. You should just send your show reel over and I can review it for you. Okay, let's go into Enrique's show reel here. So I just need to swap. Again, apologize in advance that you're going to see OBS for a little moment. But I don't really have two screens, so I don't really have any other way to do this. So I do apologize for that in advance. So I'm going to set your showreel to full HD. So Enrique, let's have a look at your showreel first. So GR Davis 0131 asks, how do I get to the Patreon Discord group? Well, you just have to become a Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you should get the link, because as soon as you become a Patreon, you get an email from Patreon, and on that email you have the link to the Facebook group. You also have a link to the Patreon link, to the Patreon Discord. If you can't see it, just let me know and I can send it to you, okay? I won't post it on the chat here, okay? Okay, I won't post it on the chat because of course it's a private Discord, okay? You connected, okay? So if you connected, you can't see it, or well, let me know. Anyway, let's go to Enrique's showreel. Let's watch it first. So Henrique Pacci, composer, visual effects artist. Okay. Again, I'm apologizing because I can't put the sound, but I don't want to be claimed by Twitch or YouTube. And the thing with this is that you probably know already, I've said this many times, most of the supervisors like me, we don't really hear the showreels because we can't be bothered. Like, if you need to listen to 100 showreels, there's no way you're going to hear the sound because it's just too much work and too much noise, and you get a headache if you listen to 100 showreels with some kind of beat music or some techno music very loud. So we just gave up, you know. You have some really nice shots here, and you have some bad shots as well, but we'll go into that. Ah, damn, the Earth again. Here comes the Earth. There's always an Earth somewhere. Just to joke with you, I'm gonna put up a slide of one of my. No, I don't want to see anything else. I just want to pause this. I'm gonna put up a slide from a keynote I did. I haven't published it on YouTube yet. I will publish. This was a keynote I did a few weeks ago. So GR Davis 031. If you can't log in, I think maybe you just wait until I finish the stream, okay? And I can see if I can help you. Could you do me a favor, GR Davis? Could you drop me a message on Patreon? If you drop me a message on Patreon, I won't forget, okay? Drop me a message on Patreon, ask for the Patreon link, I'll help you, okay? But wait for the stream to be finished. I wanted to show you one of the slides I have here on my Showreel feedback, because you're gonna love this. Where is it? Is this the one? No, that's not... Oh, it's not here. Okay, I thought it was here. This is the old... that's a shame. I don't have the new one here then. No, I don't. I can open this later on. You guys can see it. I have it somewhere else. It's not on this hard drive. Sorry. I've thought I was going to show you something and then I didn't. But yeah, cool. Send me an email. So let's go to Henrique's showreel. So first of all, Henrique, just like before, don't forget to put your phone number because a lot of companies like to call. And I know it's awkward, but you might want to put your phone number. So let's start with the first shot. So this is, don't forget, and this is something I forgot to say on the last showreel review. You always want to make sure you want to start with your best shot. Okay, it has to be the most amazing shot you have. Never start with something that you're not sure about. Always start with your best shot. Okay, that's the first thing I would say. And this is definitely not your best shot. So let's start by parts. As you can see here, I think your integration of this boat is okay. But there is a little bit of a problem, I think, especially with the space station. So here's a couple of problems I have with this. I don't have a problem with this boat. I don't have a problem with this missile. I do have a huge problem with the fire, okay? Because if you look at how fire flies in, you know, it doesn't do this. You don't, when you have a rocket landing, you can't really have fire going down. Usually fire goes down, but then it goes up because there's gravity. Like the missile is basically trying to land. So not only your fire is too thick and it looks too small, the scale looks wrong, but also the direction looks wrong. So let's just go to Google here. Let me just Google that for you. And if we look at rocket landing, vertical landing, let me just show you. I think if we go to any of these X rockets, you'll see what I mean. I know this is nighttime, so of course it's not the same, but it will give you like a bit of an idea. No, we don't really want to see any of these ads. Let me just skip this ad and put this in full screen. So the rocket is going to go down and then going to go up, I think. It's a bit later, I believe. I've seen this video before. I just need to like wait for the landing. Come on. This is not the best video to show it. We'll hopefully have better videos to show. Let's see if this one is better. So you see here how it works. Basically, first of all, you have the fire going down and you have smoke going up. You'll see that in a second when they show a different angle. So if we go to, let's see here, so let's see which one we're going to use to show. There you go. First of all, the rocket is a much larger ray of light. You see, the fire is very hot. It's not yellow. So it's so hot that it's actually pure white. It would never be yellow. So you should not have yellow on your fire. The second thing is the fire is much bigger. It's never that small, and it's never that wobbly, okay? So as you can see here, it's like a straight line, pure white, and it never wobbles. It doesn't have any yellow into it when it's landing. So let's have a look at it landing. I think it's over here. So you see here? So you see, it's like a straight line with white and a little bit of smoke there. It never really does all that wobbliness that you have there. And then, of course, it starts to build up dust around it where it's landing. And so if you look at now your thing, if we jump here, you see the difference. I'm going to put it side by side. And I don't mean to embarrass on this, but if you look at side by side, you can clearly see the difference. You see, your fire is very yellow and orangey, and the fire should actually be pure white, and it should be much straighter. See if we can see another version of the same thing. So, see here? If you look at the side by side here, you can kind of see what's missing there. Is this going up or going down? It's going down, but I think it goes down a bit later. Let's just... And of course, I had to have a commercial. Come on. Had to have a commercial. It always has a commercial. You can search how not to land the rocket. That's lovely. Okay, I have one here. So let's have a look at this one. You see that? It's like a pure white source of light. And we're missing a glow. We're missing that pure white, especially here, see? And also, look at the distance. You see here, this pure glow. It's like a rod of glow. It's quite long and quite bright. And already, even at this distance, you would already have smoke in the platform. So we're missing smoke. Like, there's no smoke on the platform. The water is not being shaken. All these things are missing. And that smoke, you can literally use some kind of stock footage for that. You don't need to really, like, do a simulation for that, you know. I hope you're not getting too upset about my feedback. I hope not. Hopefully it's helping you in some way. So let's go back to the shot again. So now I think that's enough of that shot. I think you just need to do that because everything else looks great, man. Everything else looks great. It's just the fire that looks pretty daft, really, to be honest. So let's go to the next shot. So this one is a cleanup face makeup. So it's hard for me to tell if it's working or not because obviously it's very compressed on Vimeo, but it looks pretty good. So I think you did a good job. This one, logo removal from Beats, looks really solid as well. You did a good job. Again, because it's so compressed on Vimeo, it's a bit hard for me to really see if your painting is perfect and if your black point and white point is perfect, but I mean, it looks okay, of course. And then here, early render passes, comp, lighting, animation, sky tracking. So can I assume that you've done the CG as well, or did you just do the comp? Because I can't really understand from what you have here, what you wrote on the screen. Did you actually just comp, or did the render as well? Because I don't really know what you mean with early render passes. Does this mean this is a pre-comp? Is that what it means? Cool. Okay. Hope, Henrique, the feedback for the first shot was good. These shots look fine, you know, like if this was just CG compositing, it looks great. Like, I think you did a good job. This one also you did a good job, although it's a shame that you filmed this with green because just comp, okay. If you just did comp, that's fine. It looks great, you should keep it. But I don't think you need to say... It's a bit strange, this sentence, you know, early render passes. I think you should just say comp. you know, because it's a comp. You know, it looks fine. It looks good. I mean, it looks like a production that has been delivered somewhere. I don't think you should put early render pass comp, because this is a very confusing sentence. I'm not. You saw what happened to me. I was already kind of unsure. Did he do the render? Did he not do the render? I wasn't a bit unsure. So you don't want to confuse anyone, because Henrique, don't forget that it might not be a supervisor that watches your showreel. You know, it might be a recruitment person, and recruitment people don't know anything. You know, you need to be careful with that. So cool. Let's move on. So in here, it's a shame that you filmed with the green screen, because the problem with the green screen is this: because you have green here, we don't have the reflection of the finger. So what I usually do is I basically film it with a black screen or a gray screen. The gray screen is nice because it could be toned down, and then you can get the reflection of the finger still. You could have done it with green as well, but you would have to really tone down the green. And then obviously the green also has this problem: it spills green into the hand. So it's a shame that you didn't do that. Obviously now when you did this, you see there's a couple of issues here. So first of all, I don't see any reflections of the fingers whatsoever on the image, which you should still see something. You should also see something on the phone itself, because phones are they're super reflective, you know. Like if you look at, let me put on the chat here. If you look at this phone here, you see the, even if I don't do this, you imagine, see the amount of stuff that reflects here. We see the screens, we see the fingers, we see everything, lights around it, everywhere, even like the finger marks, and of course, obviously the shadows and the reflection. So there's no screen in the world is pure black, you know, and that's the problem I have with your thing. Like your screen is pure black. It's like a black hole. So you need to make a reflection on top. You need to try to put the finger, and you need to work a little bit on this interaction, because obviously this screen is on, and when you have a screen that is on, you see it. You know, again, I'm gonna go back to the reality here and go to the chat room. So you see, if you look at my finger here, and if I activate my screen, do you see how much light it actually bounces into my finger? Yeah, I know it's a bit hard for me to show you. Do you see that? Do you see my finger is completely blue? So there's a bunch of light interaction on my finger because of that screen. And even if I put an Avengers poster, let me just do that real quick. So Avengers poster. So even if I put that poster, which would be this one here, so even if I zoom in a bit more, so now I have an Avengers poster here. You see, even the Avengers poster would still lit up my finger. You see my finger? My finger now has light interaction from that poster. So be aware of that you're missing a bunch of stuff on your finger. You're basically missing reflections of the environments, you're missing reflections of the finger, and you're missing light interaction in the finger, which you can kind of do with some roto shapes, since you didn't record the finger against some kind of white or screen, you know. Now, this is a green screen. It's a shame that you've cropped the head, because majority of the time we want to see how you deal with hair, and because you've cropped the top, I can't see how good you are doing keying of hair. It's like you've done a color bar, like you've basically done 245 aspect ratio, and now you're basically hiding the fact that you might not be able to key that hair. So it looks a bit bad. You know, I think if you still have that information, I would love to see the entire head, because it's hard for me to judge if this key is good or not without seeing the hair, okay? Okay, so the grace Sajal says, the great thing you say for the phone reflection finger, would you put a pure gray or black screen? I would put gray, but I would tone it down a little bit so that I would have less light. But it really depends on what you're shooting. So if you already know the image you're going to put on the phone, then it's much easier, because then if you know the image is white, then you can put white. If you know the image is purple, you can put some purple. If you know the image is going to be red, then you can put some red. So it's always better to do that. And now this one is looking better. You have a reflection, but for some reason, it's very pixelated for some reason. I don't know what happened here. So you've pixelated the screen a lot, and I don't really understand why it's so pixelated, because YouTube these days and Facebook Live doesn't really pixelate this much. So I wouldn't put so much pixelization. It kind of makes it look like there's an error on your comp, you know. But you see on this comp, you actually have the reflection of the face. So you actually have a lot of information to comp in. So it's a much better comp, but I just don't think you should pixelate so much. It just looks a bit strange. And then in here, we have a bunch of comp, a bunch of roto. It looks pretty solid. I think it's a good shot that you have there. In here, you have some cleanup. It's not a very good looking shot, to be honest. This shot doesn't look very nice. As soon as you have other shots, I would replace this shot with something better. I think this is probably the weakest shot you have on the showreel. And don't forget that if you have something on your showreel that doesn't look very good, it shouldn't be there. You know, always do that. And then last but not least, you have this shot here. And this shot looks okay, I think. And I think the only thing that I'm kind of missing on this shot is the light. So if you, for example, let's wait for this to be over here. So you see here, when I look at the sun hitting the earth, you see pure whites there. And don't forget, the sun in space has no filters, right? So it wouldn't be so gray. Wherever it would hit the sun, for example, these white parts, they should actually glow quite a lot. They should actually be pinging with glow. Because if you look at spacewalks, you know, so if I put spacewalk NASA, if I put that, sorry, fat fingers, I guess, I need to do a break, spacewalks NASA. So if I do this, and I put on images, this is what I wanted to show you. Let's see if I can show you this image here. You see that? You see when the sun hits something like this, you see the amount of glow that, you see this spill of glow? You see the sun is hitting this and it's spilling with glow and it's pure white. His jacket is also pure white. There's like pure white there as well, pure white here. Basically the sun hits and it makes this kind of diffuse looking, because obviously the sun is so strong that it's going to overcast anything else. It's going to overexpose regardless of what you try to photograph with. So I'm missing that on your shot. I'm basically missing that kind of thing. You know, like if you look in here, really, you see there, like we see the really nice glow on the jacket and also glow on the equipment back there. And then on your space station is really gray. It's almost like it's gray instead of white. And it would definitely overexpose. It would become white, you know. So I think this shot is okay. It's nice, but it could be much nicer, you know. So I hope that that was helpful. I hope that helped you, Henrique. You have a lot of work there, but you also have a really nice showreel. So well done, you know, well done. And I hope my feedback was appropriate and my feedback was helpful. Really hope so. Now, we have a bunch of questions here. You guys don't let me play games, do you? Let's not forget that today there's a stream from Sony, and they're gonna basically talk about Last of Us 2. So let's not forget about that. So I think it's well, let me see what time is it. It's called State of Play, and it's gonna be on Twitch as well. Let's just see, when is State of Play today. I'm gonna just double check here. So State of Play is going to be at 1 o'clock PT, so that's Pacific time, 4 o'clock ET. So that means, let's have a look here. So if it's 1 o'clock PT, it's gonna be 1 o'clock LA time. So that's at 9 o'clock in the evening. Okay, cool. So then I can I still have plenty of time. I need to see it. I really need to see the State of Play of Last of Us 2. Okay, cool. So Henrique, I'm happy. You like my reel. what is that? Zianlin64 says, thanks, insane. I never saw VFX ever, but this review was still amazing. Cool. I'm glad you like that. I'm really glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome to visual effects. Visual effects is quite daunting, I know. Anyway, let's do a break. I also have the showreel from Joseph to watch. I also have a showreel from Manny. So we have 2 more showreels. So let's do a break. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. You know, we're not going to close the stream. You guys know how this works. We're basically going to just be back soon. So I'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just going to grab a Diet Coke and stretch my legs as well on my big room here. And let's do a little break. So don't go anywhere. Don't forget to stretch your legs. Don't forget to be responsible, and also like drink some water and relax your eyes, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had to get my little Pepsi Max here. Little Pepsi Max power. And my Prinkles as well. I have some Prinkles Original here. Perfect flavor. So thank you so much for sticking around. Now, we still have 2 more showreels to go through. But I feel like I'm neglecting my video games. So I'm going to play a little bit of games before we move on to the next one. So let's do that. In the meantime, I would like to also thank Edmund Bin for the subscription on YouTube. And I would like to thank Ellering for the resubscription Prime for 5 months. And Zidlin64 for the follow as well. Thank you so much for that, Zidling64. And also thank you so much to It's Rafi follow for the follow on Twitch, and Yun Pack for the subscription on YouTube, and Alex for the subscription on YouTube. Much appreciated for all these subscriptions and all these supports. Thank you so much. No, it's not sponsored. I wish I was sponsored by Pepsi. I'm not sponsored by Pepsi, man. That's not gonna work. In the meantime, the next showreel is gonna be Joseph's, but I'm just gonna talk with Sajals here. I'm gonna skip the showreels for the moment and just gonna answer what Sajals asked here. So Sajal says, possible to play the game. Oh, sorry, that's not that question. Oh no, you already said everything. Okay, so yeah, no, he says, the gray thing you said on the phone, reflecting finger, would you put pure gray or black? Yeah, I already mentioned that. I would always try to get the color that would be as close as possible for what I'm gonna put in there for real. But you know, I know that sometimes it's not possible. What other question? Loctulin asks here, how would you get the light interaction color to add to the figures? So Loctulini, the way you put the finger light is, of course, if you should always try to have the correct light there, you know. But if you can't, what you need to do is you need to rotoscope the top of the bottom of the fingers, and then you use a color corrector to light up those fingers. That is the only way you're going to be able to do that. It's not really a light trap. It's more like a roto to do that. So yeah, here's Super Nintendo Classics on the Switch. There's not a lot out yet, unfortunately. So they're not very good, the games that we have here. But I just wanted to show you the games we have here. But even better than these ones is the... I'm going to play Mega Drive because that's my jam. When I was growing up, Mega Drive was my jam. So I'm going to play Mega Drive instead. I'm going to play Streets of Rage 2 because it's one of my favorite games. I have Contra. No, it doesn't have Contra, unfortunately. But there is a collection coming up very soon. So, by the way, when I get home, I have my little Mega Drive Classic waiting for me. It's going to be nice. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you all one thing. How's it working with the stream? Is it working fine? Does it, is it like... Oh, I think it's dropping now. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think we're having some issues with the stream. That's not good. I was hopeful that the stream wouldn't have issues, but I think we are having a couple of issues. Anyway, is the stream kind of working, or is it having problems? Just wanted to let you ask you. I just need to like tweak something here because I'm having some kind of problem on my. Oh, I think I know why. Because I need to close these videos here. I had some videos open and I should close them really, to be honest. I think that's what was doing some slowdown. No problem. Okay, I have to refresh sometimes, but it's good. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, because I'm doing it on an hotel room, it's not as easy, you know. So the stream is fine. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. I have many Mega Drive favorites, but you know, let's just play something. I think I'm gonna play Streets of Rage 2. Streets of Rage is one of my favorite games of all times. So yeah. So let's have a look at what games we have here. So let's see here. I'm gonna play. Looks a bit gray. It looks a bit dark on your screen here. I need to like see what's going on here. Oh no, it's already good. Okay, never mind. I might just play Streets of Rage 1, maybe? No. Need to play 2. 2 is the jam, so let's play that one. Sega! Sega! Okay, let's skip this thing. So, I'm reading chat, so I'm gonna make this easy for me. And I'm gonna put a lot of lives. Best music ever. Now, you guys need to tell me if the music is too loud or if it's fine. Is the music too high? Could you let me know? Let me know if the music is too high. Is this gonna work for everyone? Hopefully it works. It would be nice if we can all hear this amazing music soundtrack. What was the game on Sega used to have a red Ferrari? That was Outrun. I have that as well. I have that here. Gonna see. That's the one you're talking about. This one here, Sega Ages. That's Outrun. I'll play it next. Don't worry. Seems okay. Okay, cool. Let's go for it then. Let's play a little bit, and then we're gonna play some Outrun, and then I'm gonna play with my favorite, which is Blaze. That's definitely my favorite character of the game. Okay. So I should have checked the question before I played this, because then you don't. Oh, there you go. That's lovely. I love this game, man. I used to play this game all the time. Every time I would come back from school, I would be playing this game, man. And of course, I would play with friends, of course. But it was just fucking awesome. It's like one of the best games of all times. I love beat 'em ups. I really miss beat 'em ups. There's not a lot of beat 'em ups going on anymore. The music is too 90s. Yeah, it is, but it's awesome. Like, it's some of the best music on a video game. You need to understand that this is a 16-bit console, you know. For that kind of console, this is unbelievable, the quality of the music, you know. So here's a little mic thing. Yeah, it's running on Nintendo Switch. It does support 2 players. Yeah, it does. This is the Mega Drive Classics that you can play on the Nintendo Switch. It's a lot of fun. I can't play with anyone though, because I'm alone here, so it's a shame. Should have brought one of my students from god damn it. MCK, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I wish I had I wish I brought my SNES Mini, because then we could play Batman Returns. That's one of my favorite games. So Don't worry, I haven't neglected anyone. Here, it's my favorite one. There you go. And also, if I had my Super Nintendo Mini, I could have played Final Fight, which is also one of my favorite games of all time as well. There you go. Now you're dead. Why Signal? Why would he have that name? That's just bizarre. Yes, disco music. It's the 90s all together again, man. Well, Henrique, you have a surprise for you. I'm actually going to Brazil. I'm gonna present in Brazil in November, I believe. I can't remember the name of the festival now. Is it VFX in Rio, I think? Something like that. I've been in Brazil, by the way, Henrique. I've been in Brazil before. I presented in Rio and I presented in São Paulo as well. Basically on private events, on companies with the foundry. But I have presented in Brazil. Brazil is great, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be at VFX in Rio. I think that's the name of the place. I need to pause this here and just check if I'm mistaken, or what's the name of it? Let's just double check here. It's called... oh, is it VFX in Brazil? I'm gonna open up a screen here and let's have a look, because I think that's what it's called. Let's see. VFX in Rio, I think. I think that's the name of the wait a minute. I'm typing the wrong one. VFX in Rio. I think that's the name. I typed on the wrong. Is it this one here? Let's see if it is. Sorry, I canceled the music. We were having so much fun with the music. Is it called VFX in Rio? Okay, then it's that one. Just opening it up so I can double check if it is that one. So let's just put this to the workshop here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna be presenting on this festival. So I'll be there on between the 30th of November and the 1st of December. Now it's gonna be a bit tricky. I can't be there all the time because I'm also presenting at the same exact time. I'm presenting in Uruguay, so I'm gonna go to Uruguay to present. I'm gonna first come to Rio, present at Rio, and then I'm gonna fly right away to Uruguay and then present in Uruguay. So it's gonna be nice. But yeah. So are you coming to that festival, Henrique? Are you going there? I'm not on the. I don't think my name is there yet because I haven't sent my details yet. By the way, if anyone in here is from Italy, don't forget that I'm going to be presenting at the View Conference in a few weeks. So the View Conference is a great festival for anyone that wants to see some awesome visual effects. So, and the View Conference is going to be in a couple of weeks. Yeah, actually. Well, Jack is dead. Okay, so let's have a couple of questions here. So Real Pixel Phil, thanks so much for being here. Real Pixel Phil says, I just got a PS4 Pro. What were your highlight games of this generation? So if you got a PS4 Pro, man, you need to play God of War. You need to play... you need to play Spider-Man, for sure. Like, God of War, Spider-Man is amazing. Also Resident Evil Remake as well is amazing as well. But if you're talking about PlayStation exclusives, then you need to play God of War, Spider-Man, and also, what's the name? Horizon Zero Dawn. That was amazing as well. So you should... No, they didn't announce it yet. No, Henrique, it's not announced yet because I haven't said I'm going. I need to say yes still. So I am going to say yes. It's just that I haven't really had the time to do that. I need to do some emails tonight, and I need to I'm always behind on everything. You know, my life is a constant thing of being behind everything. It's I'm too busy, man. I'm always too busy. Yeah, Last of Us is amazing. Last of Us Remaster is amazing. Yeah, God of War, Spider-Man. Also, Detroit Become Human is an amazing game as well. You should try that one as well. What else? Let me think. Killzone is really good. Killzone Shadowfall is really good as well. I don't know, man. Gran Turismo, if you like racing. Gran Turismo is amazing. Really good game. Oh, it's the same dates as VFX Rio. That's a shame, man. That's a real shame. Anyway, you guys, if you think that the music of the game is too loud, let me know, okay? I can see that there's like a little... Sometimes there's a bit of a hiccup on the stream, but I think I need to like turn on my phone because I think we're about to lose the stream. Yeah, sorry about that. Sometimes we have a little bit of a hiccup on the stream, and that's because I'm, of course, obviously I'm doing a stream on the internet from an hotel, you know, it's like... And the problem with an hotel is that hotels usually tend to have a lot of people sometimes, and sometimes they don't, so it's a bit tricky. Yeah, Days Gone is good. Days Gone for sure. Yeah, if you're just playing PlayStation exclusives, that would be my bet. I'll put up a screen in a minute with those. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. That was a mistake. Oh, God damn it! This guy really pisses me off. But he's down now, and just a little girl hitting him, you know. Ah, god damn it, Barber. I fucking hate this guy. He's just a prick, man. A Dugan. I'm gonna die. I can't believe I'm gonna die. I can't die, man. I can't die. Come on. And I am gonna die. That's fine. I won a life anyway, so... I was almost killing him. That's a shame, man. If you have a PlayStation 4, man, you should send me your ID so that we can hook up and play online a little bit. That would be nice. So if you have a... Let's just open up a browser here. And I'm gonna just, like, check... Pause here. PS4 Pro exclusives. I can't remember all of them because I'm getting old, you know. So I can't really like remember all of them. But let's see here. So yeah, here we go. We have a very good list here. Let's see here. So here's a list for you. All of these on this list are amazing, so I would really recommend any of them. So I'm just gonna post it on the chat here. So here's a good list for you. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne is amazing, Marvel Spider-Man, Uncharted 4, Fifth End, Uncharted 4 Collection, which has all three Uncharted 4s, Last of Us Remaster, Last of Us was really a good game, and then Shadow of Colossus as well. So there's a lot of games there, man. All these games are just like the best of the best on, you know, so yeah. Control, yeah, but Control is not... I'm only talking about exclusives, okay? I'm not talking about games that you can play elsewhere. Control you can play on anything, so that's why I'm not talking about it. So I would definitely not think about Control. I'm only talking about exclusives for the PS4 Pro. Let's see here. Last Guardian as well, I would say it's a really good game. Detroit Become Human. Until Dawn, man, you need to play Until Dawn. Until Dawn is amazing as well. Ratchet and Clank. But yeah, Until Dawn would be a great game. So if you want a good list, here's a good list. I'm gonna post it on the chat here. All those games are amazing, so you should do those. Oh, this is the wrong chat. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's the wrong chat. My moderator is on top of this. I'm not, apparently. Because I'm a silly old man and sometimes I forget things. So that's the list of games that I was telling you. And then if you want to continue with Until Dawn and all those kind of things, you have also... these ones. I think this is now the correct chat, yeah. So I think you should try all those. And of course, I'm only talking about games that are exclusive to the PS4. Obviously, you can also play other games as well, of course. Okay, cool. Now, let's, we need to review some showreels, don't we? But I'm having so much fun with Street Fighter, with Streets of Rage here. Why would I do anything else? No, I'm joking. I'm gonna do the review soon, don't worry. These guys are such bricks, man. I just fucking hate them. Okay. Where is he? Where's the bike? Well, the meantime, I'll just kill this guy. Because why not? It's so tiring. Why do they do this? No problem, man. That list is gold. Anything there is amazing. And some of the stuff there is really cheap. Like, Until Dawn is like $10. And all those games are probably very cheap, so I would really recommend you. Ah! Yeah, it wasn't in time. It's a shame. Okay, cool. What are you doing, Storm? Just go away. So let's see other questions here. Yeah, I need to like really stop playing game and stop the playing and do some work for a change. And review some showreels because people are waiting. That's what I should do. I really wish I had my PlayStation so I could play Control. That was exactly what I wanted to play. But hey, it's too heavy to take it on the... I'm still quite good at this game. I'm quite happy with that. These guys are such fuckers. Okay. Bong. Bong. What are you doing? Just go away. Go away. Cool. I know the music by heart as well, by the way. Just funny as hell. This douchebag. There you go. Almost dead already. And you're dead. Of course I would be killed by these douchebags. Okay, cool. Let's stop this for a this for a moment, and let's do a bit of a showreel review because it's not the reviews are not going to be done by themselves, are they? So let's go on with that. So let's see here. So oh, thank you so much, Log Delaney. Let's see here. So I post again the reels. So Joseph is saying, have a look at my reel. Oh, but before I go to the reels, let me just see if I can have any. There might be some questions here that I have an answer. So I was on Light Wrap. So PS4 Pro exclusives I've answered. Henrique says, hi Hugo, please come to Brazil next year. I am coming. I haven't heard of the Hyde conference. I need to check that out. Never contacted them. So Sajel says, and this is all running in. Yeah, I've already said that. Let's see here. So yeah, that's all the same. So let's go into Joseph's reel here and have a look. So Joseph has a show reel here. As usual, I'm going to just really quickly change this screen here. Don't forget, I'm not going to put sound, so please be aware of that. Let's see here. So Joseph's demo reel starts here. So Joseph, you have some really cool stuff, but you also have some not cool stuff. So we're gonna go through it in detail, don't worry. You have some really interesting stuff, but some other things are not that good. So we need to like go through it. I think you wrote about it as well. You also have a very long show reel. has a lot of shots. I think maybe you have too many shots. You always want to choose the shots, you know, like you don't want to have too much. Oh, that's right. I was going to show you some slides from my presentation, but then I forgot. Let's start over here. So first of all, Joseph, let me see if you wrote anything else. Have a look at my reel, third showreel to review. So Joseph, did you say something about the showreel? I can't see any text here about it. Nemo C is on the chat here. Hi Nemo, how are you? I hope you're well. Let's see here. Did Joseph say anything about his showreel? Because I couldn't remember. I'm just scrolling down here and see if he said anything. I don't think so. Beginner. Okay, so he says, my reel is next. My reel is a beginner level 1, just a year of work put together. Okay, cool. So let's start off. So Joseph, first of all, I would highly recommend you, if you're going to have your showreel sent to companies, if it's actually going to go to showreel into companies, you should definitely put your phone number and your email. If it's only going to be public on Vimeo, then you don't need to do that, of course. And then you need to start with your best work. So I think these shots look okay. I mean, they are very graphical. I'm not entirely sure exactly what you want to be. Do you want to be a CG artist, or do you want to be a compositor? What kind of thing are you trying to become? Because it doesn't say on the show reel. You see, it just says demo reel. Did you wrote anything? Oh, okay, sorry, I missed that. 3D generalist. So here's the thing, Joseph. You see all this information you wrote here, 3D generalist, Joseph, phone number, email. You should really put it on the screen, because a lot of people are just going to watch it full screen and they're going to skip that. You know, you don't want anyone to skip. So if you're a 3D generalist, I think your first shot looks okay. I think it looks nice. But let me just scroll through the shots that I didn't like. I think that shot looks nice. This shot also looks okay. A little bit fake with the depth of field. And you have a little bit of a problem here with edges. It seems to me that you have a pre-multiplication problem on this edge. I can clearly see there's a black edge around here. So maybe have a look at that. And also you have a little bit too overexposure on this side of the clock. And it's also very clean. So I'm gonna say one thing to you is that normally these clocks, you should have something like a little reflection on the glass, or maybe some micro scratches. And also I would definitely make it a bit more reflective in the glass so that you would have an environment. I think it just needs a little bit of that. And also ultimately, if you have such depth of field that you actually develop some bokehs on the background, I'm missing a bit of depth of field in the actual clock, because it has blur, but then the edges are not blurred. So there's a bit of a problem there for me on the shot. You also have a lot of bad edges here on this rotary here. So you see you have like almost like a really bad edge of glowing that is happening here. You need to look into this and why that happened, because that shouldn't really be like that. So maybe have a look. Let's continue here. Now this shot here, leading concept compositing, it looks nice. It's a bit dark, but it kind of lights up and then you see it a little bit better. This is a nice shot. Very graphical though, so it's not very photoreal. Now this shot is really nice. I think you did a really good job in lighting, and you did a really good job in terms of CG. It's very graphical, of course. The water though needs a little bit of work. Like usually water is not this viscous. Like this water kind of looks a little bit like, let me see here. It looks like a little bit like gel, and it shouldn't really look like gel. It should look like liquid. So you have a little bit of a problem here, especially if I go really slow. You see that? This is way too thick, and it's picking up some blacks as well. Doesn't have the proper reflections, and then it almost looks like a gelatin hitting the helmet. The other thing as well is that don't give me enough time to watch it. But yeah, I definitely think you need to work on the viscosity of that water. Now here on this one here, it looks okay, but it seems to me like you forgot the material on these parts here, they look very strange. Like usually these robots don't really have like matte parts like this. I guess maybe you're trying to do carbon or plastic, but it looks a bit strange to have it that way. So maybe you want to look into that. But it's an okay shot. I think it's an okay shot. This huge text that shows up on top is really really distracting. This huge thing, powered by miniature motors and gears. I would definitely tone this down and make it a bit smaller because it's really, really big. And the same goes for the text you put on the bottom. So all this text of saying that you've been a project lead, the concept, scene setup, rigging, animation, lighting, compositing, isn't it much easier if you just say everything? Because, I mean, didn't you do everything? I mean, that's what it looks like. But even if you don't want to put everything, I would really make this text twice as small because it's way too big. Now, let's continue here. Also, in terms of glows, I would say that if that's a light source behind, the glow would never be this short, okay? I really hope you don't get really down by all my feedback, okay? My feedback is of course, an honest feedback of your shots. Don't really get upset about all of this, okay? So in terms of a light source here, there's a couple of problems for me on these lights here, on these blue lights. Normally, a light would have a really bright core, and then it would have a big scatter of light. You know, if I try to show you that on some kind of, let's see if we can show you here. So, neon light. So for example, neon lights, nighttime. Let's see here if we can find a nice photo that I can show you this. Oh, I should have wrote it correctly, shouldn't I? Maybe that's a good idea. Neon lights, nighttime, and photography. So, love your feedback. Okay, that's good. So let's find a photo. Never find CG, always find a photo. Let's see here. So, something that would look like that. That's not. Maybe I need to put some sci-fi in here because your thing is so sci-fi, so it probably will not look. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good. Nighttime Blade Runner. Okay, cool. I think this image might be good for me to show you. I think this is from Cyberpunk, which I can't wait to play, by the way. I just cannot wait to play that game, man. Jesus, it's gonna be amazing. Let's just have a look here. So you see here, if I open up this, can I see it bigger? Yes, I can. So you see how light scatters, okay? So you see a source of light usually is pure white. It's like super bright. And then it has this kind of glowy scatter around. Of course, this is a matte painting. So obviously it's always better to look at an actual photo. So if I go back here and look at an actual photo instead of this, that's probably going to be better for me to show you. Even this one is probably a good idea to show you. Let's see here. The crew just construct the exact thing with the light backlights. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you're right. Like I've done that on my own shot. But you see here, you kind of see it here even. Is this a photo? This looks really nice. So you see here, there's a pure white source and then there's a scatter of light around. By the way, the thing that Sajel is talking about it is the crew's trailer. I don't know if I have it here with me. I might have it on the website though. Let's see here. If I put it on my website, it's probably here. Let's see here. It's a bit slow, the internet on the hotel, so if I go to the crew, the project he's talking about is this one here. Let's see here. To go full screen on this and just put full HD as well. I think it's like more to the end. Let's see here. I'm gonna take away the sound so I don't get claimed. Although it's funny because I directed this, but I would definitely be claimed anyway. So you see here, for example, even if I directed, I would still be claimed. You see the source of light is pure white, and then there's scattering of light around it, and also a glow effect as well. I think it's more visible on these lights that are coming up here. So let's see here. I think it's the next shot. There you go. So you see here again, the same thing. You basically have like a pure white light, and then you have a streak, then you have a glow and a flare. All these things are missing on your renders. So you see, if you look at that, and then you look at, where's your thing? I'm just gonna close all of this because there's way too many windows open all over the place. You see here, you're kind of missing that kind of light source. You're missing, light. Yeah, that's right. N0D4L. Lightsabers are a good example. You're missing that scudder, that scattering of light, you know. So I think that would help that shot. It would help that shot on, would help this shot on these lights on the bottom here. Would also help the lights on here. And you see, because it would never be pure blue, it would be white in the middle. All these little lights should have that scatter of glow. I think it would really help your shots, okay? So now going back to this, this is TIE flow simulation. This simulation looks a bit strange, man, because usually electricity doesn't really look like this. It almost looks like lines instead. I do think that this shot is not worth having on your showreel. I don't think you should have it on your showreel. It doesn't look good enough. Like the lightnings don't really look good. They look like scratches. The glow is not realistic. And if you, for example, look at the lightning effects on Avengers, it looks nothing like this. So the problem with this shot is that I understand that you're trying to show something, but it's something that is connected with the Avengers. But don't forget, Avengers looks amazing. It looks photoreal. So if you're going to put something on your showreel with some Avengers, you better put it photoreal, because everyone is going to compare it, okay? Everyone is always going to compare this shot with Thor with the hammer. So I'm going to show you here. So Thor, hammer, lightning effect. So see, that's the problem. Everyone is always going to compare it to this. And you don't want to compare it to this, man, because you're just young, you're new, you can't really do these kind of effects yet. So let's see here. Where is the shot that he does on the film? I think this is one of the shots from the film. You see here how lightning looks like. Let me just put it side by side. If you look at this one here, right, and you look at that one, okay, so you see the problem we have here. You see how lightning usually has this really pure white in the middle, which is really hot, and then it has this big scatter around of light, of diffusing. And also, lightnings don't look like scratches. There's some thin ones, there's some big ones, there's some strong ones, there's some lighter ones. And also, they interact with lighting on top of the person. And you don't really have this on this flow. So this is the danger, you know, because you're using something so iconic, you're showing something so well known by everyone, that then people are just going to compare it with something. So I would advise you to try to redo these lightning shots, because this shot is not good enough for the showreel, okay? Sorry that I pronounced the name well, but so your name is just Nodal, okay? Nodal X, Nodal, okay. I'll just keep calling you Nodal then. Obviously, I know that you're just trying to show as much work as possible, but sometimes showing too much work is a problem. Now, this shot has the same issue as before. These lights need to have a proper scatter of light source, and these materials look very empty to me. It looks like it misses the material. All this plastic doesn't really look like a material that you would find on a factory. I'm missing, like, you know, little breakups. I'm missing little details. I'm missing scratches. I'm missing microfibers, micro cuts. I'm missing all these little details that you. It's just too clean. You know, it's like too CG. It needs to be less clean. Also, you need to be careful that these are not round. So they kind of look like they're polygonal. You need to put more divisions on it so that it actually looks completely round. The same goes for this shot. These shots all suffer the same thing. And then this shot here again, it's really nice, but does it look as good as the Avengers shot? Because you're always going to be compared to that shot, and the Avengers shot doesn't really look like this. Although I think this shot looks better than your lightning shots. So I would definitely skip the lightning shots, maybe keep this one. But I do think that your particles need to be more dusty, because on the Avengers film, it kind of converts to dust. It's not really like little small particles like this. Now, this shot I would really remove from the showreel. This shot is not good enough to be on your showreel. So the biggest problem I have with this shot is a lot of things. First of all, is lighting. The lighting looks very unrealistic. The sun is too strong, it's too overexposed, and it doesn't really help your shot. The other problem you have also on the shot is the sense of scale. So you see, the biggest problem here is these fires are so big. Like the flames, just look at them. Like, if you look at this flame, if you think about that a flame is this big, that means this single flame would be as high as a 5-story building. You can't really have that kind of sense of scale, because it just kills the scale on your shot. Because the flames are so big, it makes it look like a miniature. But then also the flames have no light interaction. Like, the flames are not bouncing light into the buildings. You have some bad edge on the buildings as well. If there was so much fire here, where's the reflection of the fire on the other buildings? I just think that this shot is not good enough. I think I would remove it. It just looks very amateurish. And I think everything else you have on your showreel looks much better than this, you know. So I would remove this shot. Or I would work a lot on this shot, because it really needs a lot of work, okay? The same kind of goes for this shot. This shot lacks a lot of work, you know. If you look at it, the design is not very well made. The posture of him is not... No one really holds a gun like this, you know. No one can really hold the gun like that and then put the arm like this. So the poses are very unrealistic. And then you also finish off with a cannon which is so reflective. It shouldn't really have so much reflections. It should have some dirt, some scratches. Then you also have a problem with the depth of field. There's like this edge here that looks really strange. That's probably because you've exaggerated on depth of field and compositing. And then let's not forget the simulation. The simulation is very low resolution. I can actually see the pixels on the simulation. So I would also remove this shot from your showreel. I would remove the shot before, and I would remove the shot, this shot as well. I really hope you don't get upset by my strong feedback here. I just feel like you need to really focus on the good shots you have, you know, and not really lose time with shots that will never go anywhere. And then also at the end here, then you have a couple of shots that look repeated from the other ones. If you already showed this, you should have this shot together with these shots. You should never split the project on the showreel so that you basically show project by project, because otherwise this is a bit confusing. I would also skip this shot here. This shot doesn't look good enough. It's a bit too overexposed. The light is too intense. Lighting and rendering on it doesn't really hold up. And also the texture is very low resolution. There's no bump on the texture as well. I think you need to work a lot on this shot to make it good. Because you see in here, it looks like it's a wall of texture. It doesn't. You don't really see the stones breaking out, you know. So you need to work a lot on this. And also you should look at these plastic containers. They don't really look like this. The plastic doesn't really look like this. Okay, so let's keep going. These shots have the same problem as before. I think you're lacking detail on the plastics and lacking a lot of like micro scratches and dirt and some natural wear and tear. It's basically missing that sense that it's been used or the material has been used. So this shot is very interesting, but here's the thing. Whenever you do a pack shot like this, of Coca-Cola or Pepsi, have a look at the actual pack shots they make, okay? So let me just show you here. So Pepsi bottle ad. Let's just Pepsi bottle. Let's just see if that works. Ad campaign. Not sure if I'm gonna find one, but I'm sure I'm gonna try. See if I can find, because usually whenever you photograph glass like this, it always is very well photographed. It's never like that dark. I'm just gonna see if I can find a nice picture here. So yeah, this is a nice picture. This one is a nice picture to show you. I know it's not the same bottle, but it doesn't really matter. I think it will work anyway to show you. Let me just open that up. Oh, where's the picture now? Can I download it? Yes, I can. It's so bad to not have two screens, man, when doing the stream. It's really hard. So you see here these bottles, and now let's look at your bottle. Here's the problem you have, is that you are not really building up a photography look into your bottle. So you see here, it's not bad. It looks okay, but this white looks really washed out. If you look closely at how they light these bottles, they usually have a light on the side with a white box. So you see that it's usually a studio photography. And the reason why they put a white box, a really strong white box, is because you then get these really nice lines to give it shape into the bottle. And you're missing that on your bottle. Basically, you have black inside this part of the glass. You can see that it's semi-transparent. You should really be seeing blue behind, not black. And then this white line here is too soft. It's not bright enough. It needs to be a lot more bright. And especially in here, if you look here, that just looks weird. Where's the semi-transparency going on here? Where's that white line there? Where's the other line? This just looks like a fake reflection. So you're really missing a trick or two here. And the best way for you to do this is to just go and research pack shot bottle photography. Let me just see if I can find something nice here for you to show you as a reference. You see how they take photos of bottles? You see that? Like it's always about getting these reflections on the side. You see, for example, look at these bottles. You have these really bright reflections just to give shape to the bottle. If you, for example, look at this one here, you see there's light behind it so that you see the transparent liquid. You should probably try to put light behind the Pepsi bottle so that you can actually see the transparent liquid. Just look at this bottle here, for example. We see the liquid because there's light hitting behind the liquid. You want to show the liquid. You don't want to have blacks inside. Just look at this Jack Daniel image here, for example. You notice how they make the light in such a way that you actually have basically inside it's almost golden because it's the whiskey they're trying to sell. They're not selling the bottle, okay? They're selling the whiskey. And the same goes for the Absolute Vodka as well. You see here, it's always bright and nice, and on yours it's really dark. You need to like really lift that up, okay? So let's continue with your showreel here before we do a break. Now this one here, smoke simulation. This smoke doesn't really look photoreal. Like you need to work a bit on this smoke. It's a bit too white and overexposed. Again, gonna do a burnout here, burnout bike, and you'll see exactly the problem that you have here. So if we go into images here, you see, for example, the dark one like that. You see how the smoke is scattered, and there's light behind it as well. And you're missing that. Your smoke looks very liquidy. First of all, it's very overexposed, and then it looks like a foam almost. It doesn't really look like smoke from a bicycle. Let me just show you another one here that would give you an example here. You see here? So smoke usually is basically more wispy. You have to have more wisps. You kind of have it going up here. This looks really nice, but the bottom doesn't really look nice. You need to work a bit more on that. Just try to get it more wispy and try to reduce the exposure and try to not have so much bubbly on the smoke. It kind of looks a bit like it's foam at the moment, okay? You guys are awfully quiet on the chat there. Should I be worried? Are you leaving already? I hope you're enjoying this. So let's move on. And then this is really strange. What is this? Like these really strange gray smokes that just show up and flicker a lot. So this shot here, also I would not really spend any time on it on your showreel because it's not good enough for the showreel. This shot here, I think you have much better shots than this. This shot looks okay, although it's a bit strange. What type of liquid is this? Is the foam? Is that a foam from a beer or something? Because it gets really foamy on the center there. Yes, the smoke should wrap up around the tire, that's for sure. Just waiting for my turn. Let's see here. This one here, again, liquid should not be this bubbly. You basically have a lot of lumps of liquid. I'm going to show you how wine glass falling. If you just type that and if you look at it, it needs to be a real photo, by the way. We can't look at CG. It has to be a real photo. So let's see here, a photo that would be relevant for your image. Let's see here. Maybe I should do in slow motion. So we see it slow motion, and we should put videos instead. If we put videos, then we can actually see falling glass in slow motion, 100 frames per second. Let's see here. Let's see this display. Gonna put it side by side to yours. So you see here how it actually scatters. So you see, wine liquid has the tendency to become semi-transparent and very thick on the center. So you get like these open, almost like a mantra, almost like this mantra from the sea. It kind of opens up and scatters drops everywhere, you know? And you don't really have that. You just have this really thick, almost looks like blood almost. And wine is just much thinner. You get like these really nice semi-transparent parts. Then you get very small drops. So you see, there's a lot of work to be done here, okay? Maybe, yes, maybe increasing the resolution on simulation could work for sure. I just think you need to work on that. And again, the best way to get this, man, is to do to have references. And if you can't find a reference, just film a reference yourself. You know, it's always possible. Same exact thing happens on this screen glass as well. Same exact issue as the wine before. And the water as well. This water does not look real at all. So if I put here water glass falling, if I do that on stock here, I'm sure we'll find a bunch of water falling. Oh, not, maybe not. Water, oh yeah, okay, water glass. Maybe I should put breaking. Then I probably will have it. Let's see here. Well, they're all over black. I want something over white to match your shot. Is that water? This wine, okay. Well, if they don't have slow motion glass, yeah, let's have a look at this one. Because water is pretty much like you see here, like it's pretty much like glass, like the wine. So see, basically you have this scatter. You see how it scatters everywhere. You basically have this thing. It scatters really violently, and then after it scatters violently, it reduces speed, and then it becomes droplets. And you don't really have that on your liquid. It just looks like a gel, you know. Same goes for that car as well. Passing by, you need to work a bit more on these on this simulation. Water would not look like that. And also, I think it's too dark. It wouldn't be dark blue like that. It looks like a bit strange to have that color, but it's a good start. So you did a good job on that one. Then in here, you have some. This looks nice, I think. Let me just, sorry, I'm gonna put on full screen. So you've done some good work on those explosives. I think They look rather nice. It's a shame the scene doesn't look as nice, but I think you did a good job on the explosives. It's a bit low resolution, but I understand you probably can't simulate something that heavy. Let's see here. This doesn't look very good, so you need to kind of, again, go into references. So water bottle submerging. If we just type that, we probably should see something. And if you can't find it, we might just have to like have to make it yourself. Yeah, but well, there's a couple of them here. See if we can find some nice photos. I think that one was a good photo to show. That one there. So you see there how the water scatters. It's not really working. It's almost like missing the bubbles as well. Like the bubbles are not, or a bit too thick and a bit too hot, yeah, it's not. And also the bottle would never be static. Remember, if the bottle goes in, it would float inside the water. Again, this shot looks nice, but it should be really together with the same shot you had before. So you should put them both together because they're from the same project, you know. And then at the end, you just show a bunch of things at the end here. I'm not sure what you're trying to do at the end there. You should really not have like that ending like that because it just looks really confusing. So I would avoid doing that. Let me just go back in here and go to the chat. So I hope that helped you. I hope it helped you, and I hope you've enjoyed that feedback. I definitely hope it wasn't too much for you. I hope you didn't get upset for the feedback. Okay, really hope not. It's always, I know it's hard to hear feedback, but it has to be heard. You know, unfortunately, it has to be heard, man. It's the only way for you to become better. You know. Anyway, we need to do another break because we've been on for a while now. So I'm gonna do a quick break. And I'll be back very soon. Okay, I think the stream is down for a little while here as well, so I need to kind of see what's happened here. I think our Wi-Fi is really low at the moment, so I think I'm losing signal very rapidly here. No. What can I do? It's just a bit unstable at the moment. Just give me a second, because I think the Wi-Fi is stopped working. We might be losing the stream. I think the hotel's Wi-Fi is kicking me out. Let me just see if I can recover it back. Hopefully I can recover it back. Hopefully it comes back soon. Let's see here. Anyway, we're gonna do a break, and I'm gonna see if I can restart the internet. Okay, so let's do a real quick break, and then I'm gonna continue doing the rest of the feedback and the Showreel's feedback. Okay, I'll be right back. I should be back. You should be now seeing me. So sorry for that. We had a breakdown, so of course, like I said, I'm using a Wi-Fi from the hotel, and of course the Wi-Fi on the hotel is really, really poor, so it just completely collapsed on me, and I had to restart the server, and I had to restart OBS as well. But I think you're hearing me again. I think you are seeing me, you're hearing me, and I think everyone is back. So sorry for that. Sometimes this happens. It's the problems of using internet from an hotel. It's just always going to be a bit like that. So very sorry for that. I had to restart the stream, like I said. So hopefully you guys heard all my feedback before. So I think it was fine, and hopefully the feedback helped. Helped you to Joseph. So I hope you've enjoyed the feedback, Joseph. Thank you so much for sharing the showreel, and thank you so much for being so kind on actually putting the showreel back online. So again, I apologize for all the breaking down of the stream. Don't forget, I'm doing a stream from an hotel room, so it's not easy to do it with a proper internet connection. Okay, so I do have a quite poor internet connection. Anyway, let's move on to the next victim, so to speak. So, Joseph, I hope you've enjoyed the feedback on your showreel. So let's move on to the next victim at hand. So the next victim was actually, let's see here. So we've already talked about Joseph's showreel. Then we have Manny he's a 3D student and sadly doesn't have a reel yet, but he has one image. So let's look at his image. I'm gonna open it up in a second. And let's see here. And I'll give you feedback. So Joseph, I hope you've enjoyed the feedback. Really hope it... Okay, cool. Joseph says, yeah, it was really good and honest review. We'll get back to you someday with an updated showreel. Yeah, of course. Joseph, if you ever want to send the showreel again, please do, okay? Please do send it. It would be lovely. I would love to give you feedback for that. So it would be my pleasure, you know? So if you ever want to return... So let's open up this image here. So I'm just gonna switch back this to workshop. So this is the image we're gonna review. This image is from Manny. I hope I'm pronouncing your name soon. SS Track asks a very strange question. Says, "Why are you streaming? I mean, it's just fun or self-promotion, or maybe you have a lot of time or nothing to do, or do you find someone talented?" What kind of a question is that, SS Track? I'm streaming because I feel it's my responsibility as a senior. No, S Track. It wasn't the hardware that died. SS Track. I'm on an hotel room, so I'm actually streaming from an hotel room in Denmark. Maybe you've missed the beginning of my stream. But I'm actually in Denmark teaching, and because I'm in Denmark, I'm on an hotel room, and because I'm on an hotel room, hotel Wi-Fi is very low latency. It usually has a lot of problems, so that's why it went down. Anyway, to answer your question, SS Track, the reason why I do streams is because I feel like it's my responsibility as a senior to help juniors, you know, because I wish that people would have helped me when I was younger and they didn't really help. And I have 20 years of experience and I like to share my experience. I want to make the visual effects industry a better place. I want to help people on their quest, you know, basically trying to share tips and tricks so that they can also succeed on the visual effects industry. So that's really why I stream. It's basically an extension of my YouTube channel, you know. My YouTube channel also is all about sharing, really. So that's why I do that. Of course, you can believe it or not, but it's up to you. Anyway, going back to this image, Manny. So this image is just this image. I mean, I think this looks really nice. You've done some good work here. It looks very natural, the light source and everything. The coffee grinder looks really nice as well. If anything, I would just say that perhaps maybe I wish it was a bit more broken out and maybe not so overexposed. Probably would be nice to have a little bit more dirt on it, a little bit more... the wood not be so even. It would be nice to maybe have some scratches as well. But I think it looks lovely. I think you did a great job. Also, the other thing I would do is I would probably put the particles of dust, a few more particles and maybe smaller particles. But I definitely think that you did a great job. So, well... SS Tracks says, amazing answer. I'm happy that you are here with us, really. Thank you. That's fine. Okay, Fabian. I think you did a terrific job. I give you one little of advice, Fabian, for this. This shot looks really beautiful in terms of from a photography point of view. I think you should definitely make this moving, you know. Imagine if you had a little camera movement and you had these dust particles flying through the air. Imagine if you had just a little small rotation around and then you would have some parallax between the background and the foreground. It would be such a beautiful shot to have moving, you know, with a little simple camera move. It would be mind-blowing if you can make it look as good as this, but with some movement. It would be awesome. So maybe try that. Thank you so much, STR9LED, for the hosting. Much appreciate that you're hosting me today. Thank you so much for that. I feel like I have a lot of questions here that I need to go through. I haven't really played much. Let's see here. What other questions? Is there more showreels? So I've checked Joseph's showreel. I checked Manny. Is there any other showreel? No, I don't think there's any other showreel to go. Manny says, actually, that's what's happening with it rendering. Okay, that's cool. I can't wait. So, Manny, don't forget to come back and show me this in movement. I would love to see this image because it looks terrific, man. Really good job. So I'm going to go back in... No more showreels. Okay, I'm going to go back to the games here. We've been streaming for a while now, but... I'm not really in a rush, you know. I'm in Denmark, as you guys know. I don't really have anything to do. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch the stream from Sony at 9 o'clock, which is the Last of Us 2. They're gonna stream live some kind of announcement for it. So I'm gonna just boot up my my game. I'm gonna just change game here. And this time, one game I really recommend is Katana Zero. Katana Zero is amazing. It's a really good game. I can show you really quickly what it is all about. You should really play it. It's a really nice game. Let me just share that with you. Okay, cool. Sajels has shared a video reference for wine. Would be good for others to actually see. Okay, I'm going to open that up, Sajels, because I missed that from your thing. I'm going to just open that reference for everyone to see. In the meantime, while I'm... Oh, this is nice. Let me just see here. So, see if I can... Okay. See if I can put the workshop here, and I'm going to put it full screen. Thanks so much, Jals, for the feedback. Oh, sorry, I've opened the wrong one now. It was on the right place, and then I touched it. I shouldn't have touched it. This does look like a really good reference, but no, that's not the one. That's another showreel. Wait a minute. You guys are now just confusing me. That's the one. Yeah, this is nice, man. This is really nice. Thank you so much for the reference, Sajals. Very, very nice, man. Very nice. You guys need to look at that reference online. So, okay. So, Katana Zero is a really good game. You guys should really give it a go. It's I know the music is a bit loud. The music soundtrack of Katana Zero is really good. I'm just gonna do a new game here to show you exactly what it looks like. It's a very good game. I'm gonna just scroll through these texts. It's a scroller game, so it's like it's a scrolling game, basically. It's like a katana game, of course. Again, you guys are not watching it in 60 Hz because I can't really capture in 60. But this is a really, really good looking game, and it's actually in 60 frames per second. It's like a bit of a puzzle, really. That's the way they've done it. Come on, so much conversation. So much conversation. I'll be there soon. Of course, I had to do a new game, and now we just have like text and nothing else. It's really annoying. Just let me play. Come on. You see, this game is like a little puzzle. So basically the idea is that you need to like try to kill these guys as fast as you can, and it's a one-hit kill, so you need to kind of really be really fast. Yes. So let's see here. Of course, like I said, you guys are watching it at 30 frames per second. The game is actually at 60, and it has some really good soundtrack. It's very bloody, by the way. I like that you can pet the cat. You kill all these people and you can pet the cat. It's very reminiscent of Mega Drive games, really, to be honest. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. Oops. Okay. Okay. There you go. Such a good soundtrack, it's unbelievable. Last Night, I never heard of that game. I don't have Steam, I don't play games on Steam, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna play that. But I can have a look. Oh, it's not out yet, okay, cool. Need to look into that then. Oops. Oh, that's gruesome. I'm gonna put this in full screen so you guys can see the game better. Because the game looks really beautiful. I love Play That's Inside in Limbo. It's some of my favorite games of all times, for sure. So I finished both of them. So Machinery is also very nice. Yes. I have to do this all again because I did a mistake. So I was talking to you guys and then I kind of lost track of time here. Oh, they're dead. Ah, shit. Missed one guy. Such an idiot. I shouldn't look at the chat while I'm playing. God damn it. Never play and talk at the same time. You see? That's the problem. Okay, now they're dead. Oops. Yeah, the guy actually, the head exploded. Yes, look at that shit. What the hell, man? It's like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so I guess I can do that. Oops, that was not a good idea. I feel like an idiot. I'm just dying all the time. Head is exploded again. Cool. I don't feel like an idiot anymore. All the secrets? Of course not. Why would I find all the secrets, Esrak? I have other things to do. I can't really do that. You know. Unfortunately, no. I don't have time to play games as much as I wish I could. I wish I could play a lot of games. I have another showreel. I can see that there. We have another showreel to watch. Don't we? Like, I think we have another showreel. Oh yeah, it's Nani Nana's showreel. Okay, cool. I need to look into that one. So I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna like maybe make a cup of coffee here while I make a herbal tea. Let's man, the soundtrack of this game is amazing. You should listen to it as well. It's really nice. What the hell is happening here? Keep quiet. Yes, please. Let's watch some TV. Yes, please. I guess he's gonna have a nightmare now. Okay, 9 days remaining. I love this. Look at this. It's like a VHS thing. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna go in and watch the showreel there. So let's just put it up here. So we have a showreel from Nani Nani. Let me just open up Nani Nana. So I'm gonna open up his showreel. His showreel is actually on YouTube, which is no, sorry, it's not. Oh, cool! I can download this. So I'm gonna download it because then I can actually play it back much easily because then I can scrub and go frame by frame. It is 1 gig though. It's gonna take a little bit of time to download though. Maybe I shouldn't download. Yeah, this is gonna take too long. I can't really do that during the stream. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna just play it here. Okay, so let's just put it on the chat here. Intro. Just do that real quick here. Workshop. Yeah. So can we put it in full screen here? So I'm gonna switch off the music because I don't want to be claimed by anyone. But yeah, I love Inside and Limbo. Those are some good games, man. Really, really good games. So Nani Nana, let's have a look at your showreel. I've seen this shot before. Yeah, I've seen this shot before. Where did I saw this shot before? Maybe it was someone else, or maybe you showed me before or something. Is this your second showreel? Because I have seen that shot before. So I have some good news and I have some bad news, Nani. Some of your shots are good, but some of them are not really good at all. So I think you should really remove some of them because some of them are not going to work for you. I think so. Digital tutors. Okay, cool. Okay. I was sure I've seen that before, so that's why I thought so. And also, like, your showreel is just, it has too much stuff, man, and it's also way too long. No showreel should be longer than 2 minutes, and your showreel is 2.5 minutes. It's just way too much, you know. You just have way too much stuff on your showreel. It's still going. Way too many shots. Some of these shots are not good enough. Others are good, so we need to like break this down. This is gonna take a while, this showreel review, because it's really, really long. Don't think I'm gonna play any more games today. So, and it still goes on and goes on and goes on and goes on. Okay, cool. So now it's gonna be finished. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. No problem. So before I even go through your shots, because it's going to take a while, I'm going to just finish off the questions on the chat, okay? So I have a question here from SS Trax. What do you think about the new iPhone Pro camera system, and how do you think it is reasonable to call it Pro from a professional point of view? So I think I've tested it on the shop. I went to a shop and I tested the new phone. I saw it on the airport when I was flying here. I don't think it's pro. No, it's not professional enough. It has a lot of rolling shutter. It doesn't really look as good as a professional camera. So sure, they can call it, you know, they can call it pro, but it's not really pro. I mean, it can't hold on you know, next to a Blackmagic camera or a Red camera or an Alexa camera. I don't think anyone on their right mind is going to make a film, a professional visual effects film, or a professional film with an iPhone Pro. There's a lot of filmmakers that have used iPhones to do films, but they use it for drama. They don't really use it for professional films. I think it's you know, it's like everything, you know, they call pro stuff, and it's like the iPad Pro as well. I mean, it's not really for professionals, you know. So that would be my answer to that. And also, your question about Play Dead, Inside, and Limbo, I already answered. Love those games. I have not found all the secrets on Inside. No, I haven't. I need to play it again. And your last question was, do you have a drone? I don't. I don't have a drone, no. And STR9LED says, how was Prague? Prague was amazing, man. I had a lot of fun. I presented I presented a keynote and I presented a workshop. It's going to be on YouTube at some point. But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. I had a lot of fun. So can't wait to go back again. So that basically finishes up our questions. And in the meantime, I can see that I have a couple of more followers. I'm just going to thank them as well. Obviously, before I go to the showreel, because the showreel is going to take a while. So thank you so much, Ajai Pauletta, for the follow. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Also, thank you so much to PL4NK Ton for the follow. And also thank you so much, Edmund, for the subscription on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to just go back to the showreel. So your showreel has a lot to digest, so I need to go through it. So first of all, you start off with your name. That's fine, but unfortunately, it's on the same place as your watermark, so it's a bit confusing to have your name here. Maybe try to not put your watermark on the beginning of the shot, because I think it looks a bit strange. Now, here's one thing I wanted to let you know. Oh, a little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the right. Just need to like put that up so you guys can see it.
What do you want?
A little bit more to the left, a little bit more to the right, a little bit more, just a little bit more, a little bit more. So thank you so much for the subscription, Prime Binary Latin, for the subscription, 2 months. Much appreciate that. Much appreciate that. Okay, so here's the first comment I have for your showreel. Why are you announcing what you're going to show? I don't believe that's necessary. You don't need to tell me that you're going to show compositing, and then you're going to show keying, and then you're going to show roto. There's no point of you making an announcement of watching it, you know. I don't think it's necessary, so I would skip that. Now, live compositing. This is the first shot you have, which is a rather good shot, but you have some tracking issues. There's a bit of this building is not completely tracked. It slides a bit. So you have a couple of pixels that you can clearly see the track is not stable. The other thing as well is if you look at the surroundings and you look at the way that the building looks, you know, the rocks and all the blurriness and the sharpness of the building doesn't really correspond to this building. You have not matched the blur level and also the sharpness level. Basically, this building is a bit too sharp compared to these rocks around it and the building around it. So you need to kind of work on that. Another thing I would advise you is I think you don't need to have these texts so big on the side. You can have them on the little bottom, okay? Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to switch it. This is the problem not having... this is the problem of not having 2 monitors, you know. Do apologize for that. Because I don't have 2 monitors, I can't really see it. So I'm going to start over. So first thing I would say is... And I'm just going to double check if I'm actually doing it now. Yes, I am. So first things first, you need to kind of maybe move your watermark, because the watermark is pretty much merged on top of the name. Then from here, I don't think you need to announce what you're going to show. Just show it, because this is just going to delay your showreel. You're going to like lose like 5 seconds each time you announce it. There's no point of you announcing me what I'm going to see. I can just watch it, okay? Now, also this before and after name can be much lower and smaller. I don't think you need to have it so big. And then, like I said, I think your track is sliding a bit. So your building is not completely attached to the rocks. It slides ever so slightly, a couple of frames. Maybe perhaps as lens distortion. I hope you've applied lens distortion properly. So then we go into this shot here. So this shot looks okay. Again, it has a couple of little issues. Like as you go in here, first of all, your shot looks like it's on the wrong color space. It shouldn't really look this gray out. And as you see here, you've done some light interactions. That's nice, but I think the CG needs a bit of work because, first of all, it looks a bit too bright. The black point and the white point doesn't look like it matches. And also, if you look at this car, you can clearly see how blur the Ford logo is and how blur the actual car is. But then your CG is completely sharp. It needs to also have a little bit of blurring, and it doesn't really have that. But it's a nice shot. And then you basically do that at the end, but you hardly understand what's going on. It's so short, I don't even know what happened there. It's a shame that it's not a bit longer. Now, again, you don't need to announce that you're going to do green screen removing. There's no point. And also, when you look at this, you need to swap this background because, first of all, this background is not matching the plate. You see here how blurred the floor is, and you see the feet are not blurred. So if anything, this floor should be sharp. It shouldn't be blurred. So this background does not work with this piece of footage. The other thing as well is you still have some work to do with your keying. You have some good keying on the hair, but I kind of feel like you have a little bit of an edge going on here, a dark edge on the trousers. It needs a bit of work there. And also you have like some strange shadows going on the shoes here as well. But definitely the background is really not helping you, okay? This is not the background you should have here. Again, you don't need to announce. Now, you're announcing this as CG compositing. This is really not CG compositing, okay? Like, this is basically just a full CG shot, and the light is incredibly flat. There's no contrast in it. It really does not showcase any kind of skill in terms of CG compositing. There's no depth of field in it. There's no grade in it. It's incredibly flat. Like, it needs a bit of work. I don't know if it's the CG that is the problem, but this shot is really kind of like not working in your reel for me. This shot is also not working. You basically have a bunch of squares. You have some issues with multiplication. You can see here you have some black edges around the cubes and black edges around the cubes here as well. It seems to me that you probably didn't respect the multiplication rules, because otherwise you wouldn't have all these black edges around it. It's a very simple shot as well, and the laws of physics are not really working. The squares, if you would had a bunch of squares falling down in a table, they would never really bounce like this. So in terms of laws of physics, it's really not well made. So I would skip this shot. I don't think it works for your showreel. Now this one here, one thing that you did here, which the shot looks okay, although the CG is a bit too reflective. You see here the leg and the foot is so reflective that it looks like he's made of tin, okay? So it looks like he's made of tin foil. It's not really going to work very well. And the other thing you did here was that you had a perfectly good shot, and you see the depth of field is quite soft and photoreal, you know, like you basically have a little bit of depth on this mini here, a little bit of depth on the lights, and then what you do is you put some fake depth of field, and I don't know why you did that, because it looks really fake, especially because a camera would not blur like this. For you to actually have a wide shot like this, you would have to be using like an f1.2 lens. And for you to be using an f1.2 lens and to actually have this level of defocus, you would have to have a huge sensor in your camera. So there's a lot of problems on this shot, and I think you're just making it harder by having depth of field. Also, this flare doesn't really look very nice. It looks like completely overexposed. It's not really working very well. So there's some problems here. I think the first problem, though, is the material of the robot. It looks like a can. It doesn't really look like proper material as in CG, you know. Let's continue here. Your show really is really long, so it's going to take a while. Sorry about that, guys. And so in here you have several problems. So you see, first of all, there's something wrong with this dirt pile here. First of all, the pile is really blurred, but then the robot isn't, and also the pile looks very low resolution for this plate. You've also exaggerated too much with the actual heat haze. No heat haze is actually this strong, okay? Especially such a small fire. This fire is so tiny, you would never have so much heat haze. I think your heat haze needs to be like 10% of this. Really, really small. Also, the fire doesn't look like it's integrated. As you can see, fire, usually if it's a daytime shot, would be not orange. It would actually be white or yellow. And also the fire is sharper than where it is sitting. So you see, you can't really have blur on the rocks, but then the fire is sharp. There's an inconsistency in depth of field there that you really need to work on. And then the smoke is way too black. Like, is this fire is so tiny, how would it do such a thick fire and such a thick smoke? It wouldn't really do this. So I really would recommend you to redo this shot. I think this shot needs a lot of work, and you need to look into references of explosions. You need to look at references of heat haze. You really need to work on a lot on this shot. I think this shot, I would remove it from your showreel for the moment. Now this shot here, in terms of matte painting, it looks nice as a concept art, but in terms of matte painting, it looks rather wrong because of the perspective that you've added. So you see, this person here looks like it's been shot with maybe a 35mm lens, and the rocks also look like they've been shot with a 35mm. But then the perspective of the city looked like it was shot like with a 15mm or a 12mm. You have a discrepancy between lenses in these two layers. you really need to match the lenses. So this thing is way too wide for it to be with these rocks. Not to mention your color correction is completely extreme. We hardly see the matte painting. And also the dust and the particles are too thick and too big. So they kind of remove some scale into the scene. It doesn't really work very well. Now, in terms of this shot here, I've seen this shot before, like I said. I think you really need to, like, the problem with this shot for me is that the animation is really stiff. And so it's not really helping you at all. And also, these neons and these glows are a bit too big. You have too much glow on these. Usually neon signs, if it's daytime, they would be much brighter on the middle and the scattering would be a bit smaller. So I think you need to put some work into this shot. It's still really not working. I'm not even halfway through your showreel. This is like such a... You have so many shots, you know. You need to really like work into this. So now these ones look like production shots from some kind of TV show or some kind of thing that you've done. Unfortunately, it's a shame that there's no motion blur on the scene. So you see here, as we go up, it stutters quite a lot. It should have some motion blur happening there to really help. But these look like a production, so I don't really have much to say about this. It looks like it's been delivered to a client, so anything that has been actually made for a client, you can't really do a lot of feedback because it's been already made for someone. It's been already broadcasted. So a lot of this might have been choices that they've made that they want them to have it. But there's some problems, you know, like the water simulation looks very weak. It needs more detail. The water looks like a bit like a gel. Depth of field doesn't really work very well. It's a bit fake and it's a bit flat as well. Lighting in general is all flat. I just think these shots, I don't think you should put so many of them because they're not very good in terms of quality. But you should definitely put some. If it's a real production, you should put some. I'm really missing some motion blur as well. It really would help the shot, I think. You know. So I'm going to skip all these shots because these are real productions. So I'm not really going to say much about them. As opposed to what I've just said, you know. But you see, you have all these production shots. You don't really need to have as many shots as you have on your showreel. Why can't I play this back? Come on. You can do it. It's giving me some hard time here. It's like not playing back for some reason. Come on. It's most likely because of my wonderful Wi-Fi of the hotel. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. And now we're not back again. Sorry about that. It's kind of like becoming a bit of a problem here. Loading and loading and loading and loading. Come on. I'm going to just lower the quality to 720p because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to play it back. And it started from scratch. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it not start from where I was? Okay. So like I said, all these are production shots. I don't think you have to put so many of them. I think you can probably skip some. This shot is really nice. It's a nice shot. If you have these production shots, I would really recommend you to start your showreel with production shots, you know, because they are from real projects. So, I mean, of course, these have been delivered and they've been broadcasted probably. So it's hard for me to give a feedback, but I still think they would need some work, you know. But hopefully that helped your quest there to do a good showreel. Cool. So let's see here. STR9LED says, Hugo, please tell me about texture UDM on CG and game cinematic. Do you use that? What kind of resolution do you have? How many tiles do you use? I mean, I don't do personally UDMs myself. I have a visual effects company. My CG artists do the UDMs, but yes, we do use UDM on game cinematics. We tend to use textures of 8K at least, because a lot of times we deliver in 4K. So that would be the thing here. Sejals also says, oh yeah, Sejals is answering. So basically, check check the most close-up shot, and you should have the basic for the storyboard and previs, and make sure you have enough resolution to hold up. Yeah, that's a good point. You should always kind of like look at the close-up, and then if you have resolution for that, then you're golden, you know. Cool. But anyway, I'm going to I think I'm gonna. We've answered all the show reels. We've covered all the show reels. We've answered all the questions as well. Oh, there's one question here that I haven't answered. Gr Davis asks, let's see here. Sorry, I'm just gonna lower this thing. So I have here Gr Davis asks, oh, quick question. Which is better, the Theta or the Insta360 One X? Heard they both do bracket exposures to take very good HDRs. Well, I like the new model of the Theta. Like the brand new model of the Theta is really good. I've never used the Insta360, I'll be honest, so I don't know. Let me just open up the new Theta model, because they've just released the Z1, which is a brand new version that they've released. I'm just going to go in here to the website, and I'm going to put it to my screen here so you can see it. So this is the new one. It's called the Ricoh Theta Z1. And it has a lot more resolution than the original Theta. I haven't bought it yet. I still have a Theta V. That's the one I have. I actually have it here with me. It's actually here. But I've heard that the Z1 is really good, because the Z1 has a lot bigger. You see, it can do 7K on images. It can also film at 4K as well. And it can do RAW as well, which is really nice. So you have a lot more detail here. Because you can do RAW, you can really do some much better HDRs. But I would say one thing though, like I do HDRs using an 8mm lens. I only use these when I want to do a really quick HDR. I still make HDRs the old-fashioned way with an 8mm lens and a 5 DSR, because it has 50 megapixels, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave you guys soon, because the stream of Last of Us 2 will start very briefly, and I don't want to miss the stream. Really don't want to miss the stream, and you guys shouldn't miss it either. Although I'm gonna check if anyone is online that I can help out with some views. I don't think anyone is online from the people that usually stream. No. That's a shame. Otherwise, I would have raided someone, but yeah, there's no one here to raid. Andrew is not streaming. Yeah, there's no one here streaming. That's fine. Anyway, one last question here from Joseph. Joseph is asking, "Hi Hugo. While I'm taking depth pass in compositing with CD Focus, I get the edge problem, which can be solved with edge extension gizmos. What if I could get a chance to get layers separately? Can we do that with object IDs, or do I have to do it in any other way?" It's always better to have layers separately. It kind of helps you with the depth of field. But obviously you have a couple of ways of approaching this. If you do a deep compositing, then you don't have this issue anymore. Deep compositing will solve these edge problems if you use deep, and then you can use like the PG Bokeh plugin using deep compositing. That would be one way of doing it. And also deep compositing allows you to cut the layers in deep as well. So that would be the best fix to fix edge problems with depth of field. It would be to use deep compositing. So that would be my advice to you. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that you guys were here today. I might stream tomorrow as well. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I might stream tomorrow. Not completely certain if I will or not, but I might stream tomorrow. I will let you all know, but I'm pretty sure I will stream tomorrow. I'm just checking if I can raid someone here, but there's no one that I know that I usually raid, so I don't think I will raid anyone today. There's no one to raid. That's a bummer. No raid. Yeah, there's no one to go. But anyway. Thank you so much for the subscription, Carl's Rans. Thank you so much for that. What did you say in there? Please write how kind of channel you go watch right now. Rate this. Well, I'm not gonna raid the Sony PlayStation channel. I don't think they need my raids, but I don't think so. I don't think they've started anyway. Let's have a look and see if they started, because if they have, we can watch it together if you guys want. I don't think they have started. State of play is probably not happening yet. Let's just see here if the PlayStation channel is open. See PlayStation. Where's PlayStation state of play? Where is it? It's PlayStation Experience. Okay, I need to go to the PlayStation channel. Are they live now? Okay, the show starts in 3 minutes. Okay, so I might put it back. Then I can probably put it up, and then we can watch it together. Let's just do that real quick. So if I put this up here, see if we can hear it though. See if you guys can hear it. No, this is... No, you can't hear it yet. Let me just put the sound then. Desktop. What I need to do is this. Sorry guys, I'm just like trying to work this out. I will get this to work, don't worry. Just need to find a way. Make the sound work there. It should be working though, but... Oh, I know why. Yeah, never mind, it's my fault. So if I put this to... Yes, now you can hear me and the stream. Yes. Cool, let's do that then. 2 minutes to go, so so can you guys see my stream? Do you see it properly? And can you hear the Sony state of play thing? If it's not too loud. If it's too loud, I can change it. Yeah, you guys can see it. This is quite fitting. I have a PlayStation t-shirt. It's quite fitting, actually. Might be too loud, the Sony thing, so I might just lower the sound there. Half. But sounds okay. Okay, cool. So you can see and hear it. Okay, we're good. I'm not sure if the internet is gonna hold up though, but we'll see. I mean, you guys can watch it yourselves, of course, obviously. But this is state of play. They're gonna announce Last of Us 2, so I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. 1 minute to go. So I hope I've answered all the questions for everyone. Live review stream, yes. Streaming a stream, yes. Why not? Even have my Pringles here. I can go and get my Pringles and have some potatoes. Oh man, I can't wait to play Last of Us 2. They're gonna showcase Last of Us 2. If you haven't played Last of Us 1, you should go and play it. here we go. I'm gonna mute my sound for a little bit. What the hell is this? This looks really strange, this thing. This looks very bizarre. No, it's not 0 viewers. It can't be 0 viewers. There's just something wrong there. I'm sure there's more viewers there. I'm sure. Yeah, it's 56, of course. It's just a little glitch there. What the hell is this, though? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, Jesus Christ. It is just a bizarre game. It's called Humanity? Damn. It's Houdini. Yeah, it's a Houdini game. Yes, you play like an Houdini simulator, so you basically are an Houdini artist, and then you have to play with the Houdini settings. Yes, that exactly is it. So obviously, I know what's gonna happen. They're probably gonna show Last of Us 2 at the very end of this bloody thing. I mean...
Hey everyone,
why
it's
not?
time for another State of Play. We're really excited to share some great games and surprises with you today.
Okay.
Starting with that exclusive reveal of Humanity from Enhanced Games. Next up, Infinity Ward gives us an all-new look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
Why
an
doesn't
epic
it
new
go
entry
away,
in the
these
blockbuster
viewers
series.
thing? Another Call of Duty? How many Call of Duties can we have? Like, Jesus.
20 years of civil war.
There's nothing simple about it.
Well, that looks
This
really
is
good.
bigger now.
Looks really good.
Far into terrorist hands.
Some good CG going on there. That's for sure.
They could be anywhere.
We need to move fast.
What do you suggest?
A business trip.
It's a shame the game doesn't look like that.
Farah! Let's talk! I need your help.
Because of this poison, my people have known something worse than war.
Help us track him.
If you stay, we can help you. But if you stay, you fight.
Yelling out to him.
The invaders of my country have no regard for human life. We live like this every day.
Any further complications and we're at war.
They're breaking through now. We need a new extraction point fast.
Save yourself, daughter. Join us.
I lead soldiers. You train killers.
But we are all killers.
There's some
here.
amazing shots here, but there's also some really stinkers as
We're gonna
well.
let them die.
Some pretty bad CG going on some of these shots.
Decompression channels and chemical weapons are now in the wild. Fix it.
Where do we draw the line, sir?
You draw the line.
No time! Stop!
Wherever you need it.
What the hell is this?
It's the off switch. We're all just pawns in this.
You speak for yourself.
This is crazy.
Yeah, but we're a little crazy, aren't we? The rules of engagement have changed. If you can't identify the target, you are the target.
Well, that looks good. I'm just gonna like do one thing here because I want to make my screen a little bit smaller. Sorry about that.
you to get in and get ready to fight.
I wanted to remind everyone that
Thankfully, we don't have much longer to wait. Call of Duty Modern Warfare lands on PS4 this October.
Loctolin has left for dinner, so thank you so much,
Now, from the
Loctolin, for
imagination of the creator
the
of
moderation.
Katamari Damacy
Thank
and
you so
Nobi
much for
Nobi
that.
Boy
So,
comes a long-awaited
but
update.
thank you so much for being a moderator, and don't forget, guys, there's no more questions today because we don't have a moderator. And now we should just relax and look at this anyway. So I'm gonna watch this until the end. So if you guys want to join me, I'll probably do some comments. If you don't want to join me, then thank you so much for being here. So really appreciate it. So no problem. See you tomorrow, Sejals. So yeah, if you guys want to stick around, I'm gonna watch State of Play until the end. But if you don't want to stick around, then thank you so much for being on my stream. Much appreciated. For some reason, I can't get rid of these things. I don't know why. I would like to get rid of them, but for some reason they don't really do it. So I don't know why. I'm trying to remove them, but they don't go away. Not rendered. Do you think that was real time? You really think so? I don't think that's real time, man. They can't be in-game cinematics, not that good. Unless that's like the PS5 or something. I would not believe that that would be PS4. I just don't believe it, you know, at all. It can't be, man. It wouldn't look that good. This looks pretty cool. Oh man, Binary Latin, you shouldn't be watching the stream and work and do all of that, man. That's too much stuff. It's way too much stuff. Oh, thank you so much for being here.
We can't wait to play it. The wonderfully wacky and whimsical world of
I can't
Katan
wait to
comes
play it
to
either.
PS4 this December.
I just wish that this would go
Okay.
away, all these controls.
Prepare to embark on a gorgeous new journey with another first look.
Ah, Techland. These guys do some amazing games. Oh, that's a departure of what they've done before. I don't understand why it doesn't go away, the controls from the screen. It really annoys me. It's annoying me so much that they don't go away. There's not so many games like this. I don't know, man. I'm just a bit fed up of these kind of games, to be honest. It looks nice, I mean, but I don't know. Yeah, it is nice to watch it with company for sure. I like that at all. It's really nice. Yeah, Techland is the guys that made that zombie game. It's a really good game. It's like the one you can parlay and you can run and climb. Can't remember the name of the game now. It's a really good game that you can parlay and kill zombies. And then during the night they're really aggressive. I can't remember the name, man. I'm just too old now. I forget things all the time. But you guys probably can remind me of that. Ah, this is driving me nuts. Why can't we just have full screen without all this shit on screen? It's really annoying me. Don't really understand why that's not showcasing differently.
Arise is coming soon to PS4.
Dying Light, exactly. Dying Light is an amazing game, man. It's
now let's
such
see
a
what
good game.
Rockstar Games has coming to PlayStation VR.
What? Oh, if you guys played this game, L Noire is amazing.
We have a witness who
I have L
confirms that
Noire
you are
on the
arguing
Switch as
that your
well.
wife
Oh man,
went
this
out,
playing on the
you
VR
followed her,
headset,
and
that's gonna
didn't
be
come
cool.
back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not
Obviously,
true.
the problem with the PSVR is the PSVR
argued,
has really
alright?
poor graphics,
But
so it's
she
gonna
went out
be
and I went out
a
after
bit
her and
clumsy, you
jumped in
know.
a car in the corner.
You guys need to let me know if the sound is too high or if my microphone is too high. You just keep letting me know, okay, if the sound is leveled and good. I can already see that the game looks really horrible in graphics, and this is the problem with the PSVR.
She was looking around in her
All
bag.
games on PSVR always
Said
look
she
a bit
wanted to serve
clumsy.
me
They always look a
papers.
bit bad
Me and her
because
own
the
husband. I love my
headset
wife.
doesn't
That's
have.
the
First of
truth.
all, it doesn't have resolution enough, and then second of all, it can't really run 60 frames per second on two eyes with good graphics. So it's always a
Good
bit
news
of a
is,
miss.
LA Noire, the VR
It's always
case
a
files
bit
is
miss.
available at the PlayStation
you know?
Store today. And that's just a taste of what's coming for PlayStation VR players.
Okay, good. I've heard that this game is good, Gorn. Heard that it's really good. I have a PSVR, I need to like play some more. I have no idea what this is. In Spire 1, what the hell? Looked like a rip-off from Super Hot. Literally looked like a rip-off from Super Hot. After the fall, okay. And this is the problem, the VR games, the PSVR games always look a bit clumsy. Ah, look at that! Space Channel VR, that's awesome. This used to be a really good game on the Dreamcast. I used to play it all the time.
We've got more for you to check out. Get
Come
ready
on,
for
where's
an
Last of
update
Us?
on Medieval.
Oh, fuck's
Here's your
sake.
chance to get your hands on a demo of the eagerly awaited experience launching today on the PlayStation Store.
Ah, cool. Medieval is really cool. Used to be a really good game on the PS1. Ah, they did a full remake. Look at that. That's really cool. This game was hard as balls. I hope they've changed that. I wish I had my PlayStation now so I could play this. Would have been nice. Why is it not playing at 60 though? That's a shame.
Be sure to play the demo to get Dan's helmet when the full adventure
Obviously, don't
rises
forget that
again
my
this
stream
October.
is at 30 frames per second, so you're not really watching these
Long
videos
last,
at 60.
A legendary series makes its debut to PS4.
I have not heard of that, Sajels, no. That's pretty cool. They're really milking this stream and not showing Last of Us.
War. We are not amused.
Never been a big player of these games. You need a lot of time to play these games. I never really played Civilization that much, so not sure if it's good. I'm sure it's a good game, but never really had the patience to play it. You definitely need like hundreds of hours to play a game like this.
PS4 players will finally get the opportunity to expand their empires in just a few short months. You might have heard Death Stranding from director Hideo Kojima is launching this November. We've got something very cool to show you.
If we don't come together again, humanity won't survive.
I can't wait to play this game, man. I've already pre-ordered this game months ago. It just looks amazing. What? Okay. That looks pretty cool. It's white.
This limited edition PS4 Pro will be available on launch day, starting
Okay.
November 8th. Now let's check in on After Party. Do you think you can beat Satan in a drinking game if it meant you escaped hell?
Hell basically runs itself
The
nowadays.
Oh, Oxenfree was an amazing game, so this, I guess this is the new game from the guys that made Oxenfree. Oxenfree was a good game. Very short though, only like 3 hours. But you know, I like short games. I don't have a life to play very long games anyway.
They go through processing, get their personal demon, the whole thing. But then they take a cab ride from Sam, and she goes and blabs about the loophole.
That would be cool. A PlayStation Pro with cyberpunk style. That would be really cool. Why don't they do that? That would be awesome. That's what they should do.
I told them to outdrink Hell's monarchs first. You know, my psycho relatives. But to even reach those nut jobs, the losers will have to deal with karaoke crowds, the lava swamps, the fanatics from the Force Circle. I mean, these complete idiots really have no idea what they're getting into.
I need a drink.
Is he talking to us?
I hope this game is not very long. I hope it's like Oxenfree, because it looks a
After
bit
Party is being
too
developed
much.
by the
you know?
talented team at Night School Studio, and it's coming soon to PS4. Speaking of coming soon, we've got a sneak peek at October's PlayStation Plus lineup. Batter up.
Man, they're really milking this. Where is the Last of Us 2, man? Really milking it. God damn it. Yeah, Cyberpunk from some of the best studios in the world, man. CD Projekt Red, amazing. Such an amazing studio.
I came from nothing to king.
MLB The Show 19 will be free for
San Diego
PlayStation
Studio, that's
Plus
where I was
members
working.
starting in
I
October.
know the people that make this
But
game.
wait, today
I was
we can
just
also
there
share
like a
that
few
The
months ago.
Last of Us Remastered is also coming to PlayStation
Oh, cool.
Plus members
Last of Us
starting in
Remastered.
October,
This really is worth
alongside MLB The Show
PlayStation
19.
Plus.
Our time's almost up, but before we let you go, let's take a look at another upcoming PS4 game from PlayStation's worldwide studios.
Yes, 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 yes. Last of Us 2.
How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Look who decided to join us. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes. Mark your logbooks. You run into anything you can't handle.
Ellie!
You come back.
Get off me! Please stop! No!
Damn, girl.
Tommy. I have to finish it.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
What are you doing?
You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't stop this. What the hell are you doing here?
Oh man, he's still alive?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
God damn. Fuck me. This game looks stunning. I love the lighting of the game and also like the wide angle lenses. Jesus, it looks amazing.
We know you've been anxiously awaiting any news on this hugely anticipated title. Thanks to Naughty Dog for giving us this all-new look at The Last of Us Part 2. And we've even got a release date. Mark your calendars for February 21st, 2020.
Damn. February.
Okay, everyone,
Can't
that's
wait.
a wrap on another episode of State of Play.
Jesus,
thanks for
that
watching.
was amazing.
We'll see you again soon, and keep your feedback and suggestions coming.
What
Until
the
next time.
hell, man? It's like, can you make it any better? Damn, that was just absolutely amazing. Like, I can't, I have no words. I have to watch that again. I have to go to YouTube and watch the actual 4K version because all those wide angles with the 12 mils and everything, it was just amazing. Damn, that was just something else, man. God damn it. These people don't joke around, man. They're so good at this. Anyway, I'm just blown away. I have no words. I can't wait to play this game. But it's only coming out in February. That's so long from now. Damn. Anyway, I have a last question here from Sajels. Sajels is asking, quick question. If I buy PS Plus sub for money month activate it mid-month, I get games for the both months? No, Sajels. You only get the game for that month. You will never get the game for the month before. So you always get just 1 month. But don't forget that if you have PS Plus, you can always add the games into your collection the whole time. You always keep them, adding them. Like, you never lose them as long as you keep paying. So I have like hundreds of games now. But yeah, Jesus, that was such a good game. That was such a good game. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I can't express the gratitude that you always give me on all my streams. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for believing on my stream and really being here making this stream. It's because of you guys that the stream is so good, you guys and girls. And thank you so much for all the showreels we had today. So I hope you had a wonderful evening. I might stream tomorrow. I will let everyone know, don't worry. So have a great day, and I'll see you all very soon.